steal them from you. I got Carl and Alex. Oh, that was all of them. Okay, sweet.
Yeah, there's only 2.
Good luck.
Good luck to you too. Buena suerte, mi amigo.
Opening day here at the Orchard for the 2019 Yakima Valley Pippins season, as the Pippins, fresh off a road series win to open up the season, take it home to take on the Wenatchee Applesox in the start of a 3-game weekend series. Hello, everybody, and welcome into Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball here live on pippinsbaseball.com/live for our audio broadcast. And if you're joining us on YouTube for our video broadcast, glad to have you alongside. I'm Miles Klotz, really happy to have you with me for tonight's matchup that should be a good one between two teams that have faced off many times through the years, two of the closest opponents in the West Coast League, with Wenatchee and Yakima being separated by just about 2 hours or so. So the Applesox, who have had the Pippins number in much of their history, 20-17, the Pippins record against the Applesox, turn that the other way around. The Pippins have had the Applesox's number all-time, leading the series 20-17, and they'll look to extend that tonight in a game that'll square off talented right-hander Joe Mckenzie for the Pippins and left-hander Gavin Gorell for the Wenatchee Applesox. But first, we take a look back at the week that was in Ridgefield, where the Pippins took 2 out of 3, winning the first game of the season down in Ridgefield by a final score of 4-3, then winning the second game 10-3, and yesterday falling by a final score of 3-2 to the Ridgefield Raptors, thanks to a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th from Cameron Rapetti. He took a fastball from Mark Wanarabich deep over the right center field fence after serving up a home run of his own to Owen Cobb that had put the Pippins ahead 2-1 originally in the top of the 8th. After that home run, the Pippins had the lead, and things seemed pretty safe, and then we went to the bottom half of the 8th inning, and that home run served up to Cameron Rapetti, who ended up earning the win in relief. So the Pippins unable to come out with a series sweep, but they did grab the first 2 out of 3, and you can't be disappointed with 2 out of 3 on the road. Marcus McKinney certainly wasn't, and lots of good things to see, particularly when the Pippins had a roster that was about 14 guys deep. At one point, only 13 for that opening series in Ridgefield. So they are at a much bigger, more deep roster, a lot more depth for this home series, with a bunch of newcomers coming in. And we will take a look at those newcomers and take a look at our starting lineups after a quick break. But first, let's take a quick look at our starting pitching matchups as we get closer towards first pitch. Joe Mckenzie gets the ball for the Pippins, a 6'2", 210-pound sophomore out of San Diego, California, at Cal State Fullerton. He did pitch 1 inning on opening day on Tuesday in Ridgefield, and man, he was good. Hit 94 on the radar gun with his fastball, also threw a couple of filthy changeups, and he's got a good curveball as well that he didn't throw. Struck out the side on 10 pitches. Why bother throwing a curveball? But we'll certainly see that today as he warms up down in the Pippins bullpen down the left-hand side of the field here at Yakima County Stadium. 293 down the lines, although it does jut out real quick to about 330 due to the 16-foot wall. 406 to dead center, 375 to the power alley in right center, and 365 to the power alley in left center, with the wind blowing out pretty hard out towards right center field right now at about 14 miles per hour, with temperatures in the low 60s, high 50s, and a chance of rain early in this game. We'll see how much exactly rain we get throughout the course of this contest, but there is a chance. I know in some parts of Yakima right now it is raining, and there's some reports of some hail in Sela earlier today as well. So certainly some interesting weather conditions here in Yakima Valley, which, as we know, rained once. You might not see it again for a month and a half. And unfortunately, it had to be on opening night, but still a good crowd coming out here for the first of 27 West Coast League home games this season, 32 home games overall. We take a look at the starting pitcher for the Wenatchee Applesox, manager Kyle Crustangel, choosing Gavin Gorell, a sophomore out of Boise State University, 6 feet 3 inches tall, 200 pounds, out of the Seattle suburb of North Bend, Washington. He did not pitch for Boise State this year. Nobody did. The team hasn't started play yet, but they'll start in 2020. So just like a number of players with Boise State, Gorell went and took a redshirt year, practiced, got used to the roster, and got used to Boise State's soon-to-be-revived baseball program. He's a sophomore because he has already played 1 season of collegiate baseball. 2018, he played for the Bears of the University of Northern Colorado and had a .915 earned run average in 8 appearances as a freshman with the Bears. and decided to take things in a different direction and head to Boise. And there's a couple of newcomers on the Pippins roster today, one of whom is from Boise, Christian Padilla, a speedy, defensively minded center fielder, but he's playing right field today for the Pippins. He is going to be in right field, and he's making his first appearance of the season. Some academic work has kept Padilla out of the Pippins lineup so far, and he'll still be a little in and out right now as he finishes up his academics, but should be a good addition and somebody that I've actually seen play in the past in summer ball before, and he's a guy that can really make an impact on the game in a number of ways, not just at the plate. We take a look at the lineups for today's matchup, starting with the Wenatchee Applesox. Wyatt Altenberger leads off. He's the second baseman. Johnny Sage, the left fielder, bats second. Cole Mckenzie in center field, batting third. Zach Inskeep is the first baseman, bats out of the 4 spot. Blake Klassen, the DH, bats fifth. Hunter Montgomery is the catcher, batting sixth. Cody Darcy, the shortstop, hits seventh. Brett Gillis at third base, batting eighth. And Tyler Detloff in right field, batting ninth. Again, that's Altenberger, Sage, and Mckenzie. Inskeep, Klassen, Montgomery, Darcy, Gillis, and Detloff, with the left-hander Gavin Gorell on the mound. As for the Yakima Valley Pippins, as announced by manager Marcus McKinney, Christian Padilla in his first game with the Pippins leads off and plays right field. Zach Liu bats second, plays third base. Daniel Cipriano at first base in the 3 spot. Henry Gargas in his first regular season game with the Pippins, the Davis High School senior, plays left field and bats cleanup. Scott Youngbrandt, the designated hitter, hits in the 5 spot. Owen Cobb, the shortstop, bats 6th. Justin Lutz making his first appearance as a member of the Pippins, does the catching and bats 7th. Luke Schwartz in center field, batting 8th, and Tanner Parker batting 9th and playing second base. Again, that's Padilla, Liu, Cipriano, Gargas, Youngbrandt, and Cobb, Lutz, Schwartz, and Parker, with the right-hander Joe McGreasy on the mound for the Yakima Valley Pippins. The Pippins coaching staff led by manager Marcus McKinney, 6th season with the Pippins, and he is assisted by Rob Hippie, Justin Jacobs, and Dustin Brader. As for the Applesox, they are led by the head coach of the Yakima Valley Yaks, Kyle Crustangel, in his third season with Wenatchee, and assisted by Tyler Vondrasek, Cash Ulrich, and Jacob Prater. We've got the national anthem here at County Stadium, so we'll take a break and come back with first pitch after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today. What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Welcome back inside Yakima County Stadium. Pippins and the Wenatchee Applesox getting set to open up the 2019 home season, and the right-hander Joe Mckenzie gets the ball today for the Pippins. He was really, really good in his one-inning relief stint on Tuesday in Ridgefield, a role that he's become accustomed to in the college ranks. He did make 4 starts for Cal State Fullerton this spring, but none of them went over 4 innings. He was really more of a short stint. You know, it's hard for most freshmen in college baseball to get into the weekend starting rotation as a freshman, so Mckenzie getting an opportunity to stretch himself out a little bit, and presumably we'll see him try and go 5 to 6 innings. The Pippins did get a couple of new additions to the pitching staff in the form of guys like Aiden Adams and Mark Finkelberg earlier today, and more coming this weekend with Jack Gonzalez, the only returner from last year's squad. But still kind of a thin bullpen right now, and Mckenzie will be asked to go deep into this game, and he should be fully rested coming off of 2 days without pitching, and only 1 day of those 2 in which he played the field with only throwing 10 pitches on Tuesday, so he should be good to go as deep as the Pippins need him to. But given the way Marcus McKimmy's been managing arms, 80 pitches seems to be around the target he looks for his starting pitchers, and that was with a bullpen that didn't have a whole lot of depth to it. So that number could get even lower as a starting pitcher target pitches number as the bullpen becomes deeper over the course of the next couple of weeks. Again, we take one last look at the Wenatchee lineup before they take the mound against the right-hander Mckenzie. Ryan Altenberger, Johnny Sage, and Cole Mckenzie will start off this top of the first. Then Zach Inskeep, Blake Klassen, Hunter Montgomery, Cody Darcy, Brett Gillis, and Tyler Detloff. Elsewhere around the West Coast League, every team in action tonight. Bellingham already at top Port Angeles, 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. Ridgefield, the Pippins' opponent from earlier this week, leading Kelowna 2-0 up in Canada. Bend is taking on Walla Walla down at Borleski Stadium. Corvallis visits Victoria, and Portland hits the road, although not very far up north, to battle the Cowlitz Black Bears. Right-hander versus left-hander to get things underway as Ryan Altenberger kicks up some dirt in the lefty batter's box on a chilly night here in the Yakima Valley. Third baseman Zach Lou is going to play even with the bag, and the first pitch from the right-hander Mckenzie is a fastball just missing up high for a ball, and the count is 1-0 with first pitch coming here at 7:02 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks to everybody, wherever you're listening, for tuning in. There's a swing and a miss and a changeup from Mckenzie. Now the count 1-1. Well, we talked about it a little bit in the pregame show, but that was his best pitch on Tuesday in Ridgefield. It was a dominant offering. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss on a high fastball, and the count moves to 1-2. It's got some really good downer break on it. Late life, good cut, good bite. It's a tough pitch to pick up, and we still haven't even seen the good curveball, too. There's a breaking ball. One of those curveballs flied to shallow center. Schwartz comes on and makes the catch in medium depth center field to the glove side for the first out. Well, Schwartz makes the play in center field. The rest of the defense for the Yakima Valley Pippins, Henry Gargas, the Yakima native, out in left field. Christian Padilla out of Idaho in right. Zach Lou, the third baseman. Owen Cobb at shortstop. Tanner Parker is the second baseman. Daniel Cipriano at first. And for the first time this season, a new catcher, Justin Lutz, behind the plate, giving Corey Siracusa a day off. First pitch to Johnny Sage, left-hand batter from Purdue, hit back to the screen, and the count is 0-1. No score. We're in the top of the first inning. In the first of 6 meetings this season between the Applesox and the Pippins. Mckenzie works off the first base side of the rubber. Leg kick and the 0-1 pitch. A fastball high and inside, and the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Crowd still filing in here at County Stadium. The majority sitting down the third base line. And the 1-1 pitch. Hit off the hands and back to the top of the screen, and the count 1-2. Pippins and Applesox won't meet again until August. In Wenatchee, it'll be a 3-game series, the penultimate road series of the year for the Pippins. 1-2 pitch. breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a changeup. And Sage down on strikes for the first strikeout for Joey Mckenzie. 2 away in the top of the first. And a 2-out, nobody on situation. No score top of the first. Applesox and the Pippins. And here's another left-handed batter for Wenatchee, and Cole Mckenzie, the center fielder, and he takes a changeup down and in. And the count 1 ball, no strikes. Mckenzie this season, 3 for 12 with a couple of doubles. The 1-0, fouled off to the left and into the top row of the seats, where a nice fan makes a grab before it even hit the ground. No glove needed. Count 1-1. One ball, 1 strike on Cole Mckenzie. Lanky left-handed hitter with an open stance. Pitch from Mckenzie, swing and a miss on a changeup, and it's 1-2. And that is definitely his best pitch, no doubt about it. It has been a money offering for Joey Mckenzie. Here is the 1-2 from the right-hander. Fastball upstairs, 2-2. Alex Salterio calling balls and strikes behind the plate. And Sela native Carl Ramsey is the base umpire today, currently stationed right behind Daniel Cipriano at first. 2-2 fouled off to the left and out of play. Towards the many cars still coming in towards the entrance down past left field if you're coming in from Pacific Avenue. Plenty of cars still streaming through. 2-2, nobody on, 2 outs. Pitch home, grounded right side. To his left, Parker. The second baseman fields on the edge of the outfield dirt and tosses on to first for the out. It's a 1-2-3, top of the first inning for Joey Mckenzie. Pippins coming to bat for the first time at home in 2019 as we go to the bottom of the first. No score on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Cream. Your Baskin-Robbins store right here in Yakima on South First Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South First location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins Baseball will make your summer memorable.
Pippins to the plate as we go to the bottom of the first here on the home opener in Yakima. No score between the Pippins and the Wenatchee Applesox. Christian Padilla, his first at-bat as a member of the Pippins, will lead it off, followed by Zach Liu and Daniel Cipriano. Padilla, a right-handed batter out of Eagle, Idaho, transferring from Spokane Falls Community College to Boise State in the fall, where he'll be teammates with the guy on the mound, Gavin Gurrell, and the left-hander fires in a first pitch changeup for a strike on the outside corner, and the count moves to 0-1. And time called right now as the base umpire, Carl Ramsey, out to the mound to have a word with Gavin Gurrell. Not exactly sure what this is about. Gurrell takes the word, and Ramsey trots back to behind the first base coaching box. Justin Jacobs is the Pippins first base coach. Marcus McKinney, the third base coach for the Pippins. Here's the 0-1. A fastball down and away, and the count goes to a ball and a strike. Padilla didn't play with the team down in Ridgefield, and he won't make the trip to Bellingham either, finishing up academics. 1-1, fouled off to the right and out into the concourse, 1-2. Now, he's a guy that has a track record of success at the junior college level and will be counted on as one of the older players on a young Boise State team and program. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to the right-hand batter. He takes it in the dirt, 2-2. No score. Bottom of the first, just underway here in Yakima. And when I talked to Christian back in the winter, he told me that, you know, the biggest reason, obviously, for him choosing Boise State was just an opportunity to go home. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. That one's hit over the right field, over into right field for a base hit. And Christian Padilla in his first at-bat as a Pippin has an opposite field single. To get things started here in the bottom of the first, Zach Liu coming to the plate. One on, nobody out for Liu, the right-handed hitting third baseman who's off to a 4-for-13 start to the season. A couple of doubles and 3 runs batted in. Wide open stands from the right side, the southpaw Gurrell looks to first and fires a first pitch strike, knee-high with a fastball, and the count's 0-1 to Zach Liu out of Cal State Fullerton. Played all over the diamond, but seems to be finding his groove over at third base with Owen Cobb making all the right plays at shortstop. Slight lead off of first for Padilla, who's got real good speed. Liu shows bunt, and then bunts it foul. No, actually, he didn't get a piece of it. It rolled away from the catcher, Montgomery, and Padilla takes second on a pass ball. It was kind of hard to tell with the way that ball moved. It seemed like Liu might have got a piece of it and bunted it foul, but he was emphatic that that wasn't the case. So the pitch is a ball, the count is 1-1, and Padilla's in scoring position, nobody out. No score here, bottom of the first. Left-hander delivers, and Liu grounds it right back up the middle, through the legs of Gurrell, and it rolls into center field. Padilla around third, he scores without a throw, and the Pippins, without an out being recorded, take a 1-0 lead on opening night. Zach Liu drives in his 4th run of the young season. Christian Padilla, in his first game as a Pippin, very first plate appearance, is in to score. And Daniel Cipriano will look to keep this first inning rally rolling against the southpaw Gavin Gurrell. 1 on, 1 out. Nobody out. 1-0 Pippins leading, and the pitch to Cipriano. Dribbled foul back to the backstop. It counts 0-1. Cipriano off to a nice start for the season so far. 6 for his first 13. A homer and 3 runs batted in that stretch. Zach Inskeep, the first baseman, keeping Liu tight to the bag. Gurrell delivers the pitch and misses high and away with a fastball. Count 1-1. Rest of the defense for Wenatchee, Johnny Sage, the left fielder. Cole Mckenzie is in center, and Tyler Detloff in right. Zach Inskeep at first base. Ryan Altenberger, the second baseman. Cody Darcy is the shortstop. Brett Gillis over at third. Hunter Montgomery behind the plate as Liu draws a throw back and takes a short little 2-step hop back into the bag. 1-0 Pippins lead, bottom first. Zach Liu, an RBI single, waiting at first with nobody out. And he draws another throw back from the left-hander Gurrell. And in North Bend, Washington, went to Mount Si High School in Snoqualmie, about 25 miles east of Seattle. Works off the third base side of the rubber, delivers the 1-1, misses up high with a fastball, and the count moves to 2 balls, 1 strike. Cipriano, a right-handed batter, bats even from the right side and keeps his elbows tucked in tight to his lats. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off to the right, 2-2. Joe McGreasy with a scoreless top of the first, 1-2-3, a strikeout and a couple of bounce outs. And he continued to show advanced feel for a 3-pitch mix. Marcus McKinney gives signs in the third base coaching box. Cipriano back into the right-hand batter's box. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and another throw to first, and Liu back in safely. 1-0 Pippins, bottom 1. Applesox took the season series a year ago, 4-2. Left-hander's 2-2 pitch. Cipriano swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. And that's the first strikeout for Gavin Gurrell and the first down here at the bottom of the first. One on, one out, and here's a standing ovation for Henry Gargis, the Davis High School soon-to-be graduate, future member of the Stanford Cardinal, who's got his own little fan club down the first base line. Left-handed batter, the first to face the southpaw Gavin Gurrell today. One on, one out. Pippins leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. Pitch. Hit high in the air, down the left field line. Sage, a long run back and to his right, and he makes the grab a few steps to the right of the line. And that's the second out. And the wind is not helpful to people who want to hit the ball to left field today, which presumably Henry Gargis, a left-handed batter, is not. It's blowing out pretty hard to right. But the Pippins only have three left-handed hitters in their lineup today. And Gargis, the first, flies the opposite way. Bring up Scott Youngbrandt with Lou still at first, 2 down. The Pippins ahead 1-0. And the first pitch to Scott, taken below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Applesox won both the home series and the road series last year. 2-1 in Wenatchee and 2-1 here in Yakima. Throw to first, Lou back in safely. They outscored the Pippins 38-21 in those 6 games. Left-hander sets. Readies, and here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's in the dirt with a change-up, and the count 2 balls, no strikes. Gurrell, an athletic left-hander, 6'3", 200 pounds. He played 3 sports in high school: baseball, basketball, and golf. Here's the 2-0. Youngbrandt hits a high fly ball to center, but Mckenzie barely asked to move, trotting back a few steps. Now to his left, reaches up and makes the over-the-shoulder grab. A few steps shy of the warning track, and the Pippins are retired here in the bottom of the first, but not after bringing home a run and an RBI single from Zach Lou. And at the end of one, it's 1-0 Yakima Valley here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
First pitch at the top of the second from Joe McGreasy to Zach Inskeep is high and in, and it hits Inskeep on his left shoulder, so he'll trot down to first with a hit-by pitch. Pippins leading 1-0 after an inning of play, but now the tying run on base for the Applesox, their first base runner of the ball game. Blake Klassen and Hunter Montgomery to follow. We're in the second inning. Pingree Ford is the proud sponsor of tonight's second inning. Pingree Ford, your trusted Ford dealership in Selah with an extensive new and pre-owned inventory. Visit Pingree Ford at 102 West Natchez Avenue in Selah when you're looking for your next vehicle. Klassen, left-handed batter, digs in. Here's the first pitch, and it's downstairs with the ball. 1-0. 1-0 is the count. RBI single from Zach Lou right up the middle that scored the newest Pippin, Christian Padilla, in the bottom half of the first inning to give Yakima Valley a 1-0 advantage. Both of the games they won in Ridgefield, as this pitch is fouled high and deep off to the left and off one of the new sun rays and into the lefty's bar down the third base line. Both times that the Pippins fell behind early in Ridgefield, they won. And the one time they took a lead yesterday, the first lead I should rectify, they lost. Too small of a sample to make any surefire conclusions, but an interesting note. Mckenzie off the first base side of the rubber, fires home, and a fastball dots the upper outside corner for a strike, 1-2. Home whites for the Pippins today for the first time in the 2019 regular season. Green Pippins across the chest. Green numbers with a black trim, white pants. The green stripe down the side, and there's a fastball away, 2-2. Applesox wearing their road blue uniforms. Red Applesox across the chest, red numbers with a white trim, gray pants with a blue stripe down the side. And the Pippins in their green caps, Applesox wearing their red hats. Chopper, first base side, Cipriano to his right, makes the grab, goes to second for one. Cobb on to first, not in time. But they do get the lead runner, and Klassen on to first with one out. That was going to be a really tough play to get to, so a nice job by Cipriano to rumble over to his right, pick it up out of the air, and get the lead runner in skeep. And now Hunter Montgomery, the catcher, will bat as Marcus McKinney grabs something from home plate umpire Alex Saltario, a native of Ontario. Saltario from Ontario. 1-0 Pippins, top of the second. Runner on first for the Applesox with one away. That's Blake Klassen. As Montgomery, a right-handed batter, digs in. And the first pitch. Taken down and away with a fastball, and the count is 1-0. Righty versus righty, 1-0 pitch. There's another fastball down and away, and the count moves to 2 balls and no strikes. Hunter Montgomery, 1 for 9 so far this season, only hit an RBI double on Wednesday. Applesox coming off a series loss to Victoria in Wenatchee. There's a hard ground ball down the third base line, but foul. And the count now 2 balls and 1 strike. They took the first game on opening night 7-4. Then an 8-3 loss on Wednesday and an 8-5 defeat yesterday to fall to 1-2. Mckenzie fires the 2-1. Down and in with a changeup, and the count 3 balls, 1 strike. Mckenzie at Fullerton in the spring, 22 strikeouts, 8 walks in 21 1/3 innings. Not bad numbers in either category. 3-1. High fly ball out to center, not very deep. Schwartz saunters on, calls off everybody, and in straightaway center field, medium depth, makes the grab over the hat for the second out. And it'll bring up Cody Darcy with a man on first. Darcy out of Xavier University, but he's a native of the area, went to Kent Ridge High School in Kent, Washington. Bats from the right side here with 2 away. Pippins ahead, 1-0, top of the second. And Blake Klassen a slight lead off of first base. Cipriano holds, and a toss back, but Klassen not too far off the bag, and he's back in safely. Right-handed batter, even stance for Cody Darcy, 3 for 8 so far this season. And he flies this one to right, very high, not deep, curling towards the line. Padilla at the corner, and that one is foul, just to the right of the foul pole. And Kyle Crustangel thinks that's a home run, but they call it a foul ball on a ball that just barely missed a 293-foot home run down the right field line. It's like Fenway Park. You just got to do it with a 16-foot tall fence. 20, I believe it's actually 20 feet tall. So very close to a Little League home run for Cody Darcy. Instead, the count 0-1. Still 1 on, 2 out, and a 0-1 fastball down and in. The count 1 ball and 1 strike. Sort of a 5-game homestand for the Pippins. Sure hope you can come out and catch at least one tomorrow and Sunday as well against these Applesox. 1-1 fastball outside corner, strike 2. Monday, Tuesday off days, and then Victoria in town for a 2-game set Wednesday and Thursday. First time seeing the Harbor Cats in 2019. Klassen with a slight lead off of first. He is not the fastest runner. 1-2 pitch to Darcy. Breaking ball. Called strike 3. And they throw down a second to get the out, but they didn't need to because there were already 2 outs. And the inning comes to a close as Cody Darcy goes down looking on a breaking ball. And we head to the bottom of the second inning with the Pippins leading 1-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs, served at concession stands throughout the orchard.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
First pitch of the bottom of the second inning to Owen Cobb, taken on the upper outside corner for a strike with an off-speed offering, and the count is 0-1. It's Cobb, Lutz, and Schwartz to bat for the Pippins in the bottom of the second inning against Gavin Gurrell. The left-hander works quickly and fires a pitch high and outside. Check swing, appeal to first. He did not go, says Carl Ramsey. And the count 1-1 strike. Pippins on top by a run, 1-0. Here's Gurrell with the 1-1 offering. Ground ball back up the middle and into center field for a leadoff base hit. Owen Cobb now hitting .500 on the young season, 5 of 10. And the Pippins have their leadoff man on for the second consecutive inning to bring up Justin Lutz in his first at-bat with the Pippins. Lutz primarily brought in just to give Corey Syracuse' knees some rest. Poor guy's had to catch 3 in a row, 4 in 5 days. Here's the pitch. Left-hand batter takes a curveball up high, and the count's 1-0. 1-0 Pippins lead, bottom second. Leadoff man Owen Cobb with good speed over at first, a slight lead. Early on this season, Pippins haven't shown a whole lot of tendency to swipe bags. Pitch to Lutz, swing and a miss on an inside fastball. And the count 1-1 strike. Lutz out of Spokane Falls Community College. He knows first base coach for the Pippins, Justin Jacobs, quite well. And he might not be here for too long. Pippins still waiting on a few more catchers. Toss to first, Cobb back in safely. Greg Fuchs from Oregon State, James Bell from Oregon. Both will be here in a matter of a few weeks, just need to finish up exams. And Spencer Bramwell from Colorado Mesa as a pitch drops in for a strike on the outside corner. Could still be a little while as Colorado Mesa advance to the finals of the Division II College World Series. They'll play the University of Tampa next week. 1-2 strikes. Check swing and a breaking ball down and away, 2-2. And we might not see Bramwell and right-handed pitcher Jared Butler out of Mesa until after the Bellingham trip next weekend, because they're playing the D2 World Series in North Carolina. Then, of course, they have to go back to Colorado. Then pack up, maybe go home for a minute, both in Southern California, then make it up to Yakima. 2-2, Cobb takes off, pitch in the dirt. Montgomery couldn't scoop it, has no throw. And Owen Cobb's got the first stolen base of the night for the Pippins, and he's in scoring position with nobody out. Still a 1-0 Yakima Valley lead. Man in scoring position, nobody out for Justin Lutz. 3-2 count to the left-hand batter. Garrell comes set, looks to second. And Cobb taking off for third. Now they got him caught in a rundown. Throw to third. He tried to evade the tag. He is out. And Owen Cobb tried to make it 2 for 2, and instead that runner in scoring position, no out situation, has turned into a bases empty 1-out spot as Cobb wanted to make it 2 for 2. Instead, he is picked off by Garrell, the left-hander. And there's 1 out. The count's still full on Justin Lutz. Pitch up high, ball 4. He walked him. And now a 1-out base runner for the Pippins with Luke Schwartz coming to the dish. Schwartz 0 for 3 in his season debut yesterday. Hits here with the Pippins ahead 1-0. Runner on first, 1 out, bottom of the second inning. Pitch from Garrell. Change up at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Talking about guys who came late because they were in postseason play. Luke Schwartz was one of them. Won the Junior College World Series with Central Arizona. And he takes a fastball at the knees to push the count to 0-2. 2 years in the junior college ranks. He'll head out to beautiful Macomb, Illinois to play for the Western Illinois Leathernecks. 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed on high and away pitch, and it is the second strikeout for Gavin Garrell and the second out of the bottom of the second inning. Shout out to Ben Sellers, one of the Pippins interns, who is a former Western Illinois baseball player. Now plays at Shawnee State in Ohio. Nobody on, 2 outs. Pippins with a man at first, leading 1-0, and Tanner Parker bats from the left side. He's 1 for 9 on the young season. Former YVC Yak. Pitch. Down and away with a fastball, 1-0. Had some good late tail on that to the glove side, 1-0. There's the pitch. Downstairs for a ball, 2-0. Gavin Garrell's cousin, Grant, is also on the Applesox. He's an infielder, not in the lineup today. He will be a freshman at Boise State in the fall. 2-ball, no-strike pitch. That one's hit high in the air, not very deep out to left. Sage jogs out, now comes on, and racing in, he makes the catch to end the inning. Pippins work around, or put 2 on, and then a caught stealing, and 2 outs, and the inning comes to a close. We go to the third with the Pippins on top 1-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Pippins leading 1-0 as we move to the third inning here in Yakima. 8-9-1 for the Applesox, starting with Brett Gillis, the third baseman. Mckenzie, the right-hander, delivers, and the right-hand batter cuts right through a fastball, and the count's 0-1. Tyler Detloff, and then back to the top of the order for Ryan Altenberger for the Applesox. Off the first base side of the rubber, here's the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball high and inside with a curveball, 1-1. One pitch from Mckenzie. He rocks and fires. And a fastball on the outside corner for strike 2. Hit by pitch for the Applesox to lead off the second. That's the only base runner they've mustered against Joe so far. Breaking ball count here on 1-2. And the right-hander steps off and readjusts. Gillis 2 for 4 this season. He's got an RBI. Here's the pitch. Check swing on a high fastball, but a full go-around, and that's the third strikeout for Joe Mckenzie. One away here to start the top of the third. And now the 9-hitter for the Applesox, Tyler Detloff. Tall right-handed hitter out of Kennewick. 6 feet, 1 inch tall, 180 pounds. Base is empty, 1 away. The pitch, down and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Pippins leading 1-0 on top of the Applesox. It was a first-inning RBI single from Zach Liu to give Yakima Valley the advantage. 1-0 from Mckenzie. In on the hands and fouled back off to the right, 1-1. Detloff, a former Yakima Valley College Yak. Played for Kyle Crustangel, Applesox head coach in 2017 and 2018. 1-1. Swing and a miss, got him with a changeup, 1-2. And just last year, transferred on to Montana State Billings, where he's teammates with Pippins first baseman Daniel Cipriano and left-handed pitcher Dylan Barkley, who will make his second start of the summer on Sunday. Here's a 1-2, line drive up the middle and into center field for the first base hit for Wenatchee. Owen Cobb, the shortstop, made a long run to his left. Almost got a glove on it, but no chance of the play, and now Ryan Altenberger steps in with 1 on and 1 out. Pippins leading 1-0, top of the third. Left-handed batting Altenberger, no batting gloves. Cipriano holds it first, Liu at third, playing a little bit in. Middle infield up the middle, looking for a double play ball. The pitch. Checked swing, and that one's dribbled down the third base line where Pippins' right-hand pitcher A.J. Wood goes down to a knee to make the grab out of the dugout, 0-1. A.J. Wood, who started yesterday and was quite good. 1 run over 4 1/3 innings of work. He struck out 6. And only a short-term contract player, but he is playing his way into a full season deal. As a toss over to first and Detloff back in safely. Pippins are going to need pitching, and A.J. Wood out of Central Washington has proven to be a good find. 1 run over 7 1/3 innings this year. There's a hack and a miss and a changeup, 0-2. Altenberger flied to center his first time. Pippins lead 1-0, top of the third. Man on first with 1 out for Wenatchee. Cipriano holds on Detloff, who's not taking a very big lead. Pitch. Fastball up high, and it skips away from Lutz, and no throw, no advance. Detloff started to take off for second. Then Lutz picked up the ball right behind him, just behind the the righty batter's box. And there was a good chance Detloff gets hosed if he decides to continue. So he wisely trotted back over to first. Another 1-2 pitch. Mckenzie looking for that 4th strikeout. He rocks and deals home. Man, there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a high changeup. Not where Lutz had set up, but it doesn't matter. 2 away. And he'll bring up one of the other strikeout victims today for the Sox, Johnny Sage. Spokane native, another former Yak. Was actually the NWAC Player of the Year in 2018 at Yakima Valley College. Digs in with the Applesox trailing by a run. Throw to first, Detloff back in safely. 1-0 Pippins on top here in the top of the third. And there's some issue with some dirt in and around the base at first, so Detloff is kicking some dirt up, as well as base umpire Carl Ramsey, who goes over there to give the dirt a little rub as well. Little rub as well. Slightly open stance from the left side for Sage. Pitch to him. Change up outside, 1-0. McGreasy in good shape with the pitch count right now. Sitting at about just under 45. Right-handers 1-0. Fastball on the outside corner to push the count to 1-1. Sage went down swinging his first time. One ball, one strike pitch as Detloff dances off first. Fastball downstairs, 2-1. Sage originally at Washington State as a freshman and then made the move to the NWAC, and now with Purdue out of the Big Ten. 2-1. Fastball at the letters for strike two. Detloff takes off, throw down to second. Cobb applies the tag. He lost the ball, though, and he is safe. Owen Cobb had to come screeching over, and Tyler Detloff is now out, but he is laying in pain at second base, and that will end the top of the third inning. But hopefully Tyler Detloff, who is still yet to get up, is okay. Pippins lead 1-0 as we go to the home half of the third, and Detloff, thankfully, has gotten up on his own power here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Missouri. Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Pippins on top, 1-0 as we go to the home half of the third inning in a scary situation, and the top of the third as Tyler Detloff collided with Owen Cobb, the Pippins shortstop, as he was trying to steal second. But as the inning was coming to a close, he was able to get up off of his own power, and Detloff appears like he is going to remain in the game in right field. But they don't have a right fielder right now, so can't confirm that. For concussion protocol, they might just want to play it extra safe. Right now, the Applesox do not have a player in right field. And they still don't. Christian Padilla is going to lead off, followed by Zach Liu and Daniel Cipriano, but it appears that Wenatchee may need a new right fielder, with Tyler Detloff a little slow to get up, although he did eventually get up off the ground. And now Kyle Crustangel out of the dugout, and clearly there's some sort of substitution happening here, or perhaps they're just letting Tyler Detloff some time to try and shake it off. Either way, Pippin's still ahead, 1-0. It'll be the top of the order to bat here against Gavin Gorell in the third. Take a look at some scores from around the West Coast League. Bellingham 6, Port Angeles 3 in the top of the fourth, and Gorell's going to throw a few warm-up pitches to keep himself loose. Ridgefield 2, Kelowna 1, top of the fourth in Kelowna. Walla Walla ahead of Bend, 1-0, bottom second from Borleski Stadium. Cowlitz leading Portland, 1-0, that game in the bottom of the second inning. Corvallis and Victoria also set to get underway tonight in Victoria. Still no word on what's going on here. Can't see inside the dugout from this angle, but Kyle Crustangel has retreated back into the dugout on the first base side. And now the field umpire, Carl Ramsey, is going to walk over. This is a very long delay if it's a substitution. Bottom of the third inning, Pippins lead 1-0. Christian Padilla, who's about to come to bat here to start this third whenever we get underway, singled in the right field, opposite field, his first time up, and then took second on a wild pitch, and later came around to score on a single by Zach Liu. And it is going to be Tyler Detloff back out in right field. Took him some time, but he trots back out to his perch in right. And appears no signs of any ill-being or any concussion from that trot, at least. I'm no doctor, of course. Right-handed batting Padilla to lead it off against Gavin Garrell. 1-0 Pippins. Third baseman Gillis, even with the bag at third. Here's the pitch. A curveball outside for a ball, 1-0. The left-hander turns loose, and a fastball hits the knees for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thanks to everybody tuning in, joining us wherever you may be listening, on YouTube or on our audio stream on Mixlr. 1 ball, 1 strike, pitch. Grounded softly right side. Second baseman Altenberger charges in, makes the bare hand stab onto first for the out. Nice play by Ryan Altenberger, who decided to make the difficult call of fielding bare hand on a slow roller on the dirt. And for the first time in a Pippins uniform, Christian Padilla is sent back to the dugout, 1 away for Zach Liu. Righty versus righty. Pippins lead 1-0, bottom third. Nobody on, 1 out. Pitch taken high and away with a fastball, 1-0. Liu with an RBI single in his first trip. Lefty Garrell works quickly. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Change up on the outside corner. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Liu, 1 of 3 Pippins hits so far today. Pitch. Change up drops in for strike 2. Belt high. 1-2. He's off to a real nice start to the season so far. 5 for his first 14. 357 batting average. 1-2. Down and away with a heater. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A guy who, if you believe in momentum in baseball, and any smart baseball person does, probably could have seen this coming. Here's the 2 ball, 2 strike pitch. Liu swings and misses at a breaking ball in the dirt. Montgomery out of the crouch over to his right, makes the throw on to first, and Liu strikes out swinging for the second out. Liu had hit .430 in his last 11 games of the season for Fullerton, and despite that strikeout there, he has carried over that hot hitting into the start of the Pippins season. 2 away, nobody on. Yakima Valley still ahead 1-0 here in the home half of the third inning, and Daniel Cipriano, physical right-handed hitting first baseman, comes to bat and takes a first pitch fastball low and outside from Garrell, 1-0. Cipriano 0 for 1 today, struck out swinging back in the first. Garrell winds, and the pitch is a curveball up high, 2-0. First time this season we've seen any sort of shift on a Pippins hitter, with the shortstop, Cody Darcy, deep in the hole at short. Third baseman Gillis deep and only a few steps to the right of the line, and the second baseman Altenberger only a few steps to the right of the bag at second. There's a changeup for a strike at the knees, 2-1. So there's a fairly sizable hole to the right side and up the middle as well. Here's the 2-1. Cipriano hits this one the opposite way to right center field, drops in front of Detloff for a 2-out single, and no need for the shift if you're going to hit it into the outfield the opposite way, and Daniel Cipriano's got his 7th hit of the season, and he's up to a .500 batting average on the year. Now Henry Gargas will bat with 2 outs and Cipriano at first. Pippins leading 1-0 in the bottom half of the third inning. Gargas hit a high fly to deep left his last time, but if he wants to hit one out, tonight's the night. Wind is pulsating out to right field. Garrell delivers, and a breaking ball misses down and in for a ball, 1-0. Garrell, 45 pitches so far, 25 strikes, 20 balls. Struck out 3, walked 1, allowed 1 run on 4 hits. Lefty out of the stretch. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Gargas hits a high chopper right side. Altenberger, the second baseman, charges and flips the short way to the bag at second to retire the side. Pippins stranded, 2-out single, and at the end of 3, it's 1-0 Yakima Valley here on the Nathan's famous broadcast network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Third of the way home here in Yakima. 1-0 Pippins lead, top of the 4th. And the first pitch to Johnny Sage to lead off the visitors' half of the 4th inning is a ball outside, 1-0. Sage, Mckenzie, Inskeep, out of the order, 2-3-4 for Wenatchee. Joe McGreasy delivers the 1-0 pitch, and a swing and a miss at a fastball belt high. The count's 1-1. Sage saw 4 pitches from McGreasy in the 3rd, and then Tyler Detloff was caught stealing to end the frame. He delivers. And a 1-1 hit high in the air, not very deep, shallow left field. Cobb called off by the left fielder Gargas, who trots in and makes the hat-high grab for the first out. One away, and Cole Mckenzie, the batter. Left-handed hitting center fielder for the Applesox. And Joe McGreasy, maybe some questions about how would a guy who's used to working in short stints do as a starter. And the question, and the answer to that question, is the fastball misses up high. Doesn't matter. He has been phenomenal. 2 base runners, a hit by pitch, and a slow single up the middle. 4 strikeouts for the right-hander, and he delivers the 1-0 pitch. And Mckenzie hits this back to the top of the screen, and it rolls towards the Pippins dugout on the third base side, 1-1. McGreasy was a starter in high school, and was a very good one, too. 28-3 in his high school career. 1-1. Fouled off to the left and out of play into the parking lot. 1-0 Pippins lead, top of the 4th. Nobody on, 1 out for Wenatchee. McGreasy broke the consecutive scoreless innings record in the city of San Diego. 54 2/3 consecutive scoreless frames. 1-2. Fastball just below the knees, 2-2. And the man who set that record, one of the best pitchers in Major League history, David Wells. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to Mckenzie, fouled again off to the left as he reached for one on the outer part of the plate. Count stays 2 balls, 2 strikes. McGreasy has actually trained with Wells before, who does some private tutoring down in the San Diego area, where he coaches at his high school alma mater, Point Loma High School. 2-2. Breaking ball chopped foul off of Mckenzie's foot and rolls back to the backstop, stays 2-2. Pippins 1, Applesox nothing. Top of the 4th, base is empty, 1 away, and Cole Mckenzie the batter. 3rd team All Big Ten selection at Purdue this spring. McGreasy shakes off one side. Now another 2-strike offering. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Got him swinging. 5th strikeout for Joe Mckenzie. 2 away in the top of the 4th. Now the base is empty, 2 down, and Zach Inskeep comes to the plate with the Pippins still leading 1-0. Right-handed hitter out of Marshall University in West Virginia. Bats with an open stance and a big shin guard on his left leg. Mckenzie fires, and the right-hand batter takes a fastball away, 1-0. One thing you can say about that fastball for Mckenzie is a lot of times to the right-handed hitters, it has so much tail to the glove side, they just don't swing at it. 1-0. There's another fastball with a lot of glove side tail, but Inskeep fouls it off to the screen, 1-1. Nobody on, 2 away in the top of the 4th. Pippins ahead 1-0. And the 4th inning brought to you by Les Schwab. Set the standard for tire service more than 65 years ago, and they continue to go out of their way to keep you on your way. 1-1. Chopper off towards the left, towards the Pippins dugout, 1-2. With 3 locations in Yakima and Selah, the dedicated professionals at Les Schwab provide useful advice and excellent service every day. At Les Schwab, doing the right thing matters. Mckenzie looking for the 6th strikeout of his outing. Another 1-2 pitch. Cold strike 3 with a curveball. Got him looking at the knees, and another 1-2-3 inning for Joe Mckenzie. We go to the bottom of the 4th here in Yakima. 1-0 Pippins on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
A community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Scott Youngbrant leads off the bottom of the 4th inning for the Pippins. 1-0 Yakima Valley on top of Wenatchee. And the left-hander Gavin Garrell has been very good for Wenatchee, and he fires in a changeup down and away, 1-0. Only that 1 first inning run. Other than that, Pippins have only had 1 guy get past first base. Third baseman Gillis playing in on the edge of the grass, and Youngbrant swings over a changeup to push the count to a ball and a strike. Owen Cobb, Justin Lutz, both of whom reached their first times up waiting in the wings. Garrell sighs and sets, and the 1-1. Taken high and outside with a fastball, 2-1. Scott Youngbrant flied to center in his first at-bat out of St. Louis University. Deep bend to the knees from the right side. The pitch. Breaking ball, hit foul, softly back into the top row of the seats, a bit to the right of my vantage point. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1-0 Pippins, bottom 4th. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the pitch from Garrell. That one's fouled off to the right, stays 2-2. Joe Mckenzie with another 1-2-3 half inning in the top of the 4th. Couple of strikeouts, including a gorgeous 12-6 curve to end the inning. 2-2. Change up in the dirt, 3-2. He has not thrown the curveball a lot, but when Mckenzie has, it has been one of his best pitches. It is a really good 3-pitch mix. He's got all the traits of a future starter at Cal State Fullerton. 3-2, fastball up high, ball 4, and Scott Youngbrandt works the count from 1-2 to 4-2 and draws a leadoff walk. Just the second walk issued by Gurrell today. And now Owen Cobb will bat with 1 on, nobody out. Pippins ahead 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Cobb tosses an elbow guard to Justin Lutz, the on-deck hitter, who then tosses it to Luke Schwartz. It heads into the Pippins dugout. Lefty versus righty with Owen Cobb batting. Long black undershirt underneath his white jersey on this chilly Friday night. Here's the pitch. Fastball high and away, 1-0. I was joking with Joel Norman, the play-by-play voice of the Wenatchee Applesox, who's in his 2nd year with the team, and he told me this is a lot more pleasant than when he was here in late July last year. Throw to first, Youngbrandt back in safely. And he walked out on the field, and he just could not believe how hot it was. This weekend, not supposed to get that hot. 1-0. There's a line drive, center field, drops in for a base hit in front of Cole Mckenzie. Youngbrandt heads up base running. He's going to head for third. Throw, and the throw gets away, and Youngbrandt doesn't have enough room to get home. As a nice backup there by the pitcher, Gavin Gurrell, who backed up the wild throw from Mckenzie in center that skipped away from Gillis, the third baseman. But Owen Cobb gets up to second, and now 2 runners in scoring position, nobody out, and Justin Lutz coming to the plate. Presumably that'll go as a single and then an advance on the throw, and that is exactly what it is. No throwing error. And Youngbrandt has shown a knack for heads-up base running. You think back to the series in Ridgefield on Wednesday, he hit a soft liner in the center, pretty similar to the ball just hit by Cobb, and the center fielder was lackadaisical to get to the ball, so he turned it into a double. Now the infield comes in for Wenatchee. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out for Justin Lutz, and he takes a changeup downstairs, 1-0. Some pitchers start to get active in the Wenatchee bullpen. Or really not active, they're just up and standing in the bullpen, but nobody throwing yet. 1-0 pitch. Lutz takes a curveball in the inside corner for strike 1. 1-0 Pippins, bottom of the 4th inning. Youngbrandt at 3rd, Cobb at 2nd with nobody out and the infield in. All 4 infielders on the grass. Pitch. Hit down the left field line, but foul. 1-2 to Lutz, who walked in his first trip. First real test of adversity for Gavin Gurrell, who in the first inning, after giving up back-to-back singles that gave the Pippins a 1-0 lead, didn't really have to deal with much damage from there. Strike out and a couple of flyouts to end the threat. Left-hander readies. Chin high, and fires the 1-2. Ground ball, third base side. Diving stop by the third baseman, Gillis. Now he's got Youngbrandt caught between 3rd and home. Tossed down to the catcher. Montgomery looking to tag, and he tags out Youngbrandt. But Cobb gets to 3rd. And Lutz reaches 1st on a fielder's choice. That'll go 5-2 on the fielder's choice. And 1 away with runners on the corners for Luke Schwartz. Not your everyday fielder's choice, 5-2. But a real nice diving stop over at 3rd by Gillis. And now Luke Schwartz bats with runners on the corners, 1 away. Pippins ahead 1-0, bottom 4. Elsewhere around the West Coast League, everybody in action. Bellingham 8, Port Angeles 3, top of the 5th from Civic Field. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off to the right, 0-1. Cowlitz on top of Portland, 3-0 in the bottom of the 3rd in Cowlitz. Excuse me, in Longview. Ridgefield 6, Kelowna 4, top of the 4th in Kelowna. And Bend on the road taking on Walla Walla. That game in the top of the 4th, a 1-0 Sweets advantage. Lefty versus righty with runners on the corners, 1 out. Corners in, middle infield deep, and there's a pitch in the dirt, 1-1 to Luke Schwartz, who struck out swinging on 3 pitches in his first at-bat. Pippins may have caught Ridgefield at the right time. They started to get things going at the end of yesterday's game. And now taking it to Kelowna in the opener of a 3-game set after an 8-hour bus ride to get up north. Toss over to first, and Lutz jogs back in safely. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Pippins ahead 1-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning here in Yakima. Opener of a 5-game homestand. Hope you can come and join us over the course of these 5 games, as now the field umpire, Carl Ramsey, goes out and talking to Gavin Garrell, and he takes the ball from him, rubs it around a little bit, and hands it back to Garrell. And Kyle Crustangel, head coach of the Applesox, wants to know what this is about, gets the word, doesn't have a problem with it, and walks back to his perch in the first base dugout. Cobb at third after a single, then moved up on that fielder's choice. Lutz is at first, reached on the fielder's choice. Pitch to Schwartz, down and away, in the dirt, and Montgomery gets away from him, and that allows Lutz to get up to second, and now the double play no longer a possibility. So a smart move by Hunter Montgomery not to throw down to second, which would have allowed Cobb to score from third. But I believe that's going to be a wild pitch. Will allow Lutz to get into scoring position. Now second and third, 1 out. Pippins ahead, 1-0, bottom of the 4th, but a chance to add some more here. Infield in again, 2-1 pitch. Line to center, Mckenzie comes on, makes the grab. Cobb tags up from third, and then wisely decides to trot back as the throw from Mckenzie reached the plate on 1 hop. That was a strike from medium depth right center field. And the Pippins have to avoid stranding a big opportunity here. Runners on second and third, 2 outs for Tanner Parker. Officially scored a wild pitch that advanced Lutz to second. So now Parker bats with 2 on, 2 out. Pippins lead 1-0, bottom 4. Garrell out of the stretch from the third base side of the rubber. Infield backs up, and the pitch to Parker. Breaking ball for a strike at the knees. Parker flied out to left field in his first at-bat, 0 for 1. Here's the left-hander's pitch. Slider down and away, 1 ball, 1 strike. Garrell now at 65 pitches. Through 3 2/3 innings, nobody throwing in either bullpen. 2 on, 2 out, Pippins ahead by a run. Pitch, swing and a miss on an inside fastball, 1-2. Pippins need Tanner Parker to come through. They had runners on second and third, nobody out in this inning. And a realistic chance they get nothing. Pitch. That one swung on and missed. Another inside fastball, and Gavin Garrell works out of a jam. No runs for the Pippins in the 4th on 1 hit. No errors. They leave 2 men in scoring position. And at the end of 4, it's 1-0 Yakima Valley on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions. Or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Robbins store right here in Yakima on South 1st Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South 1st location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins Baseball will make your summer memorable.
Joe Mckenzie back out for his 5th inning of work. Pippins 1, Applesox nothing as we head to the top of the 5th here in Yakima. Just 2 base runners over 4 innings for the right-hander out of Cal State Fullerton. A hit by pitch and a soft single up the middle. And he'll get the 5-6-7 part of the Wenatchee order here, leading off with Blake Klassen, the left-handed batter. DH for Kyle Crustangel's club today. Righty versus lefty to get this 5th underway. Pippins stranded a big scoring opportunity in the bottom of the 4th, but still holding on to a slim 1-0 lead. Righty delivers, and Klassen takes a fastball just down and away for a ball 1-0. Here's the pitch. Taken at the knees for a strike with a fastball, 1-1. The right-hander Ty Pullman is starting to loosen in the Pippins bullpen down the left field line. 1-1. Check swing, fastball called a strike on the lower outside corner, and the left-handed batter Klassen behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Infield straight away. Outfield shifted a little bit to the left. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Change up high and away, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mcgreasy's pitch count is in good shape, just a shade over 60 right now. 2-2. Fastball just below the knees, ball 3. And for the first time tonight, a full count worked by a Wenatchee batter. 3-2 to Klassen, who grounded into a fielder's choice in his first time. Mckenzie hasn't walked anybody today. 3-2. Fly ball center field. Schwartz to his right, jogs over and makes the shoulder high grab for the first out in the gap. 1 away. That'll bring up Hunter Montgomery, who flied out to Schwartz in center in his first at-bat. 1-0 Pippins, top of the 5th. Nobody on, 1 out for Wenatchee. Right on right matchup. Infield, outfield, straight away, pitch. Chopped down the third base line and foul, 0-1. The book on Montgomery, big power, big strikeouts. Modern baseball at its finest. As a sophomore at the University of Portland, 9 homers, 9 doubles. Pitch, curveball for a strike, 0-2. But he struck out 46% of the time. It's boom or bust with Hunter Montgomery, trying to avoid his first strikeout of the night here. 0-2 from Mckenzie, and a check swing on a breaking ball, and it's rolled back to the backstop. Stays 0-2. Native of Corona, California. Also pretty well regarded as a defensive catcher, which those two things, big power, big strikeouts, and good defense behind the plate, don't usually come in pairs. The 1-2. Fastball tailing outside, 2-2. Pippins 1, Applesox nothing. Top of the 5th inning. Nobody on, 1 out, 2-2. Change up down and in, count full. So after no full counts in 4 innings, first 2 batters of this top of the 5th have worked it full against Joe Mckenzie, and Ty Pullman continues to ramp up his throwing in the bullpen for the Pippins. 3-2 pitch. Chopped towards third. Lou charges back, waits on it, makes a nice grab, throws on to first for the out. Zach Lou with a terrific play at third on a ball that took a higher than expected hop. It got higher than his 5'9" frame did. And now there's 2 away, and Cody Darcy bats. One nothing Yakima Valley, top of the 5th. Nobody on, 2 outs. And Darcy, the shortstop, who struck out swinging back in the 2nd, hits here from the right side. Mckenzie off the first base side of the pitching mound. Out of the windup, first offering. Swing and a miss on a fastball up high, 0-1. Right-hander rocks and fires. Swing and a miss on an outside fastball, 0-2. Joe Mckenzie. He doesn't want another full count here. Turning up the Jets with a couple of hard heaters. Now a breaking ball count, 0-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Got him looking with a fastball in the outside corner. 7 strikeouts for Joe Mckenzie, and he set down 7 in a row. We head to the bottom of the fifth with the Pippins leading 1-0 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce two of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Partner of your Yakima Valley Pippins.
Carrying top-notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley. Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Roy's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima, Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware. Hardware supplies and competitive prices.
First pitch of the bottom of the fifth to Christian Padilla. Hit out to the gap in right center field, and that one hops the wall. Padilla up to second. He's going to hustle around second and hold up there. And in his first game as a member of the Yakima Valley Pippins, Christian Padilla 2 for 3. And the first extra base hit of the night for either side. Leadoff base runner for the Pippins. 1-0 Yakima Valley lead against Gavin Gurrell with the Wenatchee Applesox here in the bottom of the fifth. And now a right-hander is going to start to toss in the bullpen for Wenatchee. He's got a sweatshirt on, so no number that we can give you on that. Here's Zach Liu, who has singled and struck out in 2 trips. Corners in, middle infield, normal depth, and a breaking ball in the outside corner for strike 1, 0-1. Joe McGreasy with a dominant 5th inning, but it looks like his night might be over. After 5 shutout innings, 1 hit, 7 strikeouts. Turning a look to second. And Padilla back to the bag with right-hander Ty Pullman done throwing in the Pippins bullpen. Seems like he may get a chance to pitch the 6th inning. Turning a look to second, here's the 0-1. Lou hits this foul off to the right out of play, 0-2. Pippins leading 1-0, bottom of the fifth. Man in scoring position with nobody out. The only run of the day so far has come from a Zach Liu RBI single, scoring Christian Padilla with no outs. That came in the top of the first. Gurrell turns and looks to second, fires. Chopper left side, picked up by the shortstop Darcy. He goes to third, and the throw is late. Fielder's choice allows Zach Liu to reach first. Christian Padilla to third, a risky decision by the shortstop Darcy. Didn't look like he had a prayer at a tag play over at third, but he made the attempt anyway. And now runners are on the corners with nobody out for Daniel Cipriano. A 6-5 fielder's choice. So no hit for Zach Liu, although he did hit the ball hard. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Pitch to Cipriano. Breaking ball misses too far outside, 1-0. Cipriano with a single and a strikeout, 1 for 2. 1-0 Pippins, bottom 5. Big hole on the right side as the first baseman Inskeep holds on Liu, and there's a swing and a miss at a slider, 1-1. Lefty versus righty. Infield shifts slightly to the left, and Cipriano hits this right back up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Padilla trots home from third and scores. An RBI single for Daniel Cipriano. It's 2-0 Pippins here in the bottom of the fifth. His 4th RBI of the season. And Zach Liu gets up to second with nobody on for Henry Gargas. And now a visit to the mound from Wenatchee pitching coach Tyler Von Drasek. The Pippins leading 2-0 and still nobody out in the bottom of the 5th. Take this opportunity to take another look at our out-of-town scoreboard. Starting with the game going on at Civic Field in Port Angeles. The Bellingham Bells an 8-4 lead. The top of the 6th, Corvallis and Victoria are underway in the bottom of the 1st in Victoria with a score of that game 0-0. Ridgefield 7, Kelowna 1, bottom 5th in Ridgefield. Walla Walla 1, Bend 0, top 5 in Walla Walla. And Cowlitz leading Portland 3-0 in the bottom of the 3rd with the Black Bears hosting that game in Longview. Mound visit has come to a conclusion. Henry Gargis now bats. Lou at second, Cipriano at first, neither runner being held. Pippins lead 2-0, bottom 5. Left-hander off the third base side of the rubber. Out of the stretch, looks to second, fires. Gargis checks his swing on a slider low, and the count is 1-0. A late appeal to home plate umpire. Alex Salterio made an appeal down to Ramsey at second, even though Salterio had a much better angle on that swing. Count 1-0. Look to second, here's the pitch. There's a fly ball left center field, fairly well hit. Sage towards the gap, runs over and makes the catch in fairly deep left center field. So Gargis with a loud out number 1. And both runners move back to their respective bases. Scott Youngbrandt will hit with 1 down. Right-handed batter Youngbrandt, who is 0 for 1 today with a walk. Lou at second, Cipriano at first, neither runner being held. Pippins 2, Wenatchee 0, bottom 5. 1 out. Third baseman Gillis even with a bag. Second baseman Altenberger shading Lou back, looking for a double play ball. Strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Gorell now starting to really run that pitch count up towards the 80 mark. This is number 78. Delivery. Change up in the dirt. And the count 1 ball, 1 strike to Youngbrandt. Owen Cobb, who's working on a 2-hit night, waiting on deck. And Ty Pullman now back to throwing down the bullpen on the left field line, as this has been a pretty long inning. Hunter Montgomery tosses out a new ball to Gavin Gorell, who asked for a new baseball, and his request is granted. Youngbrandt hits from the right side. Third baseman Gillis backs up here. Gorell looking for a ground ball. He fires, and Youngbrandt takes outside for ball 2 with a fastball, 2-1. Youngbrandt looks down the third base line. Marcus McKimmey gives signs. Pippins 2, Applesox 0. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Runners at first and second with 1 out. A run already across this inning. There's a ground ball hit towards short. Darcy backs up, goes to second for 1, on to first, and he's safe. So Scott Youngbrandt hustles down the first base line and beats out a potential inning-ending double play. The Applesox were jogging off the field. They thought that was out number 3. Instead, Owen Cobb will bat with runners on the corners, 2 outs after the fielder's choice moves Zach Liu up to third. Six-4 fielder's choice. And now Lou at third, Youngbrandt at first. Daniel Cipriano's RBI single has extended the Pippins' lead to 2-0 here in the home half of the 5th inning. Lefty off the third base side of the rubber. Sets, looks to first, and delivers. That one's lined towards shallow right. Detloff comes on, drops in for a base hit. Lou is in to score. Youngbrandt headed for third. The throw is late, and the ball gets away. Cobb up to second. His 3rd hit of the night. He drives in the Pippins' 3rd run of the night, and it's 3-0 Yakima Valley here in the 5th. Owen Cobb just continues to hit the ball hard. single into right field, his third hit of the night. Drives in his 4th run of the season. And Scott Youngbrandt gets to third. Cobb made it up to second on that single. After the throw from right field from Detloff got away from Gillis, but again, another good job of backing up third from the pitcher Gavin Gorell. Here's a left-handed batter, Justin Lutz. Pippins lead 3-0, bottom 5. Pitch. Chopped first base side foul. And picked up in foul ground by Inskeep, 0-1. Lutz has walked and reached on a fielder's choice in 2 trips. Still looking for his first hit as a member of the Pippins. Gorell out of the stretch works from the third base side of the rubber. Both runners take their leads. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, chopped first base side. Picked up by Altenberger. The second baseman jogs over to the bag and makes the overhand toss for the out. But the Pippins get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and they leave 2 in scoring position. At the end of 5, 3-0 Yakima Valley on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
Concession stands throughout the orchard.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Ty Pullman takes over on the mound for the Pippins as we head to the 6th inning here in Yakima. 3-0 the Pippins lead, and the night comes to an end for Joe McGreasy, and hard to be disappointed with how he pitched. 5 innings, allowed just 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts for the right-hander, who is in line for his first win of the season. And now Ty Pullman will face the 8-9-1 part of the Wenatchee order. Brett Gillis, Tyler Detloff, and Ryan Altenberger here in a 3-run game in the 6th. Ty Pullman, a 6'4", 230-pound sophomore out of UNLV, native of Gilbert, Arizona. Faces the right-handed hitting Brett Gillis here, who struck out in his only trip to the plate so far. He delivers, and a high fastball swung on and missed. Way behind on that pitch was Gillis, 0-1. Pullman making his 2nd appearance of the summer. Here's the 0-1. There's a high fly ball to right. Padilla back and to his left, still going towards the wall, runs out of room. That one hits off the top of the wall. And Padilla, a little lazy to get to that ball, throws over to third, and it's a triple for Brett Gillis to lead off the top of the 6th for Wenatchee. Padilla just kept going back and back on a ball that got helped by the wind, and then was a bit behind to pick up that ball. And it'll go as a triple for Brett Gillis on a ball that on a normal night might have been a flyout. First triple this season for Gillis. First triple allowed this season by Pippins pitching. And now Tyler Detloff, the only other man with a hit today for Wenatchee, digs in with a runner at third, nobody out, and a fastball up high, and suddenly this game is getting pretty interesting. on a chilly night in Yakima. Corners play a little in, middle infield deep. Slight lead at third for Gillis. Pullman delivers, and a swing and a miss at a slider, 0-1. Or 1-1, excuse me. Fastball, slider, changeup, curveball for Pullman, who closed out Wednesday's win with an inning and a third of scoreless relief, and then was originally set to start on Thursday, but the Pippins and manager Marcus McKenzie went with A.J. Wood instead, 1-1. Breaking ball at the knees for strike 2. And the only way you can battle back after a triple like that is try and get him out on strikes. Breaking ball count, righty versus righty. Here is the pitch from Pullman. Couldn't get him to chase a slider down and away, 2-2. Ryan Altenberger starts a string of 3 left-handed hitters waiting on deck. Pippins leading at 3-0. We're in the top of the 6th, but Wenatchee with a runner at third and nobody out here in the 6th inning. Pitch to Detloff, hit to center. Schwartz back on it, makes the catch, and that will easily score the runner Gillis from third. It's a sac fly for Tyler Detloff, and the Applesox are on the board. It's a 3-1 ball game here in the top of the 6th. So the shutout no longer a possibility, but still a 2-run lead for the Pippins after they tacked on 2 now what appear to be very meaningful runs in the bottom of the 5th. Back to the top of the order for Ryan Altenberger. Left-handed hitter is 0 for 2 today. Third baseman Lou even with the bag pitch. Fastball up eye level, and it's 1-0. We'll have our This Date in Baseball history facts coming up in the bottom half of the 6th inning. 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken a little too far outside, and it's 2-0. Pippins lead 3-1. First run across for Wenatchee today, here in this top of the 6th. 2-0 pitch from Pullman. Fastball at the knees for strike 1, 2-1. Pippins got on the board in the first inning, an RBI single from Zach Lou, and then Zach Lou came through with another big at-bat last inning, as this one's hit softly, shallow center. Cobb, the shortstop, going out, and he makes the catch. About 10 steps behind the second base bag on the outfield grass for the second out. 6th inning brought to you by the Yakima Herald-Republic, and YakimaHerald.com are your best sources for local sports, news, entertainment, and lifestyle information from across central Washington. Call 575-7755 to subscribe to a print or a digital package. The Yakima Herald-Republic. They tell your stories. Here's left-handed hitting Johnny Sage. Pitch lined right up the middle off of Pullman's glove as he tried to stab at it, and it's into center field for a base hit, the second of the inning for the Applesox. And a tying run will come to the plate in the form of Cole Mckenzie in a 3-1 ball game. Mckenzie has bounced out and struck out 0 for 2. Hits from the left side with his collegiate teammate Johnny Sage taking a slight lead off first. Cipriano holds. Lou even with the bag at third. Pitch fouled down the left field line, out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Pullman throwing a lot of strikes. As a right-hander tossing down in the bullpen for the Applesox. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fouled back and right into what appears to be the road radio booth. Count 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch. Fastball up high. The count is 1-2. Runner on first, 2 down. Pippins lead 3-1, top 6. The right-hander Owen Leonard is tossing in the bullpen for Wenatchee. Pitch. Grounded right side into right field for a base hit. Cipriano was holding the runner, would have had a play on it if he wasn't. And back-to-back hits for the Applesox brings up Zach Inskeep, the go-ahead run with 2 down. Owen Leonard just added to the roster today for Wenatchee out of Washington State. Runners on first and second with 2 down for Inskeep. Been hit by a pitch and struck out 2 times facing Joey McGreasy. Pitch from Pullman. Fastball up high, 1-0. And when Pullman missing, he misses up high, which has been a theme so far in this outing. The 1-0 pitch. Check swing on a ball that is called a ball. Looked in the zone, maybe a little low, 2-0. Off speed. Two balls, no strikes. Runners on first and second with 2 down. Pullman shakes off one sign from Lutz. Now a bell tie set. And the pitch. Breaking ball hit high in the air to center, playable for Schwartz. He's called off by Padilla in right center field. Reaches up and makes the catch over his shoulder to end the inning. Wenatchee gets 1 on 3 hits, no errors, but they leave a couple stranded. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Pippins leading 3-1 on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Whenever you want. Get free fitness training and tons of cardio and strength equipment, plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
New pitcher on the mound for the Applesox as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here in Yakima. 3-1, the Pippins on top of Wenatchee, and it's the right-hander Owen Leonard out of Washington State University. 6 foot tall, 190 pounds, a rising senior for the Cougars, making his first appearance of the season for Wenatchee. He just joined the team today, wearing number 28 in red and blue, and he will face the 8-9-1 part of the Pippins order here in the bottom of the 6th. Luke Schwartz, Tanner Parker, and Christian Padilla. Wenatchee got their first run of the ball game in the top half of the inning on an RBI single. A sacrifice fly by Tyler Detloff. Here's the first pitch from the right-hander. Taken at the knees for a strike by Schwartz, and the count 0-1. Schwartz 0 for 2 today, still looking for his first hit in a Pippins uniform. Pitch. That one's fouled off to the right. Count moves to 0-2. Owen Leonard had a 10.42 ERA for the Cougars this spring, Washington State. Appeared in 15 games, pitched 19 innings. Now, as a team, Washington State's team ERA was 7.2. They were not a good pitching team. 0-2. Breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 3. And Schwartz down looking to start the bottom of the 6th. But they fired Marty Lees, head coach of the Cougars, and optimism is building in Pullman after the announcement of the hire of Brian Green, who did wonders at New Mexico State, a program that was as downtrodden as Washington State is right now. and has proven he can recruit in the Pac-12. Here's the pitch to Tanner Parker, the 9-hole hitter, the shortstop, the second baseman, takes in the dirt, 1-0. And Green was the recruiting coordinator at UCLA that put together the bulk of that 2013 national championship team. 1-0. That one's chopped high over the pitcher's mound. Altenberger at second charges in from the infield grass. He throws out Parker out number 2. So Cougar baseball fans, be optimistic. Sounds like Brian Green's going to do some good things in Pullman. And Owen Leonard might be a part of that. 2 easy outs for the right-hander, and now back to the top of the order for Christian Padilla, who has been anything but an easy out today. Double, single, 2 for 3 in his first game with the team. Pippins lead 3-1, bottom 6. Nobody on, 2 outs. Leonard, the right-hander from Seattle, delivers, and a curveball for a strike at the knees, 0-1. I think the most awkward part about Marty Lee's firing is what happens to his son, Brandon. 0-1. Breaking ball down in the dirt, 1-1. Who redshirted his freshman year, is actually playing now for the Cowlitz Black Bears. Because if he transfers, he has to sit out somewhere. 1-1 pitch. Fastball down low, 2-1, but I'm gathering he probably wants to continue to play for his dad, or at least live with his family when they move away from Pullman if Marty Lees gets an assistant position somewhere, which he should. He's been a good assistant coach. Hit on the ground towards third. Gillis bobbles, stays with it, goes to first, not in time. Christian Padilla beats it out. That'll probably go as an E5. Either way, Padilla's on base for the 3rd time in 4 at-bats. And Zach Liu will hit. But the Pippins still leading 3-1, and a runner on first with 2 away. Righty versus righty. Liu is 1 for 3 with an RBI and a single. Slight lead off of first for Padilla. Liu shows bunt with 2 outs and takes a fastball in the dirt, 1-0. Still no official ruling on if that was a hit or an error. And they do score it now, an error. E5 charged to Brett Gillis. First error committed by either team, but already the 12th error committed by Wenatchee in 4 games. There's a soft fly ball, left center field. Sage charging on, and he slides, not gonna get there! It lands in left center. Padilla to third. A little bloop single for Zach Liu, and the Pippins are in business. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Johnny Sage made a Herculean effort, but there was a shot for Cody Darcy, the shortstop. He just never really even went that far out. So it's a single for Liu, his 2nd hit of the night. And the Pippins have 2 on, 2 out for Daniel Cipriano, who is 2 for 3. 3-1 Yakima Valley, bottom 6. Owen Leonard gets a new baseball from behind home plate. Cipriano hits from the right side. Dirty jersey, those pant legs now as much brown on them as they have white. Pitch to him. Breaking ball taken in the dirt for ball 1. Nice stop by Hunter Montgomery as a cloud of dust squirms up from behind home plate. Padilla at third, Liu at first. Neither run will be earned to Leonard if they score a pitch. Ground ball towards shortstop, backhanded by Darcy from the hole, throws to first, and a faster runner beats that one out. But no, they call a balk, apparently. Wow, a balk called on Owen Leonard. So Padilla scores, and that ground out doesn't count. I was wondering why Darcy was so lackadaisical to make that throw, and the reason is because a balk had been called on Owen Leonard. I'm going to be frank, I didn't see the balk, but Padilla scores from third, Liu to second, and the pitch doesn't count. So now it's 4-1 Pippins. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball hit right into the top row. Oh man, right off the top of the Applesox dugout. Good job they were keeping their heads up there, 1-1. So no RBI charged on that run, and it's unearned to Owen Leonard since Padilla reached on an E5. But the right-hander is proving hittable. He sets at the belt. with Lou at second. Pitch. That one's poked back foul over the press box and into the concourse. 1-2 on Cipriano. Pippins 4. Applesox 1. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Zachary Frazier of Pacific Baseball Ventures will join me here on the broadcast in the bottom of the 7th, so be sure to tune in. Part owner of both the Pippins and the Walla Walla Sweets. 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball. Missed for a ball, and Lou gets up to third. Montgomery thought that was strike 3 on a good curveball, and instead Lou has his first stolen base of the night. As he takes third, no throw from Hunter Montgomery behind the plate. Here's a 2-2. Taken at the knees for strike 3. There's the second strikeout for Leonard. Both of them looking in this inning, and the frame comes to a close. But the Pippins get 1 run unearned on a hit and an error. They leave 1 stranded at the end of 6. 4-1 Yakima Valley on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Pippins leading 4-1 as we go to the 7th here in Yakima. And Blake Klassen to lead off the top half of the 7th inning for Wenatchee. First pitch, fouled back to the screen, 0-1. Klassen hits from the left side. He bats in the 5 spot, followed by Hunter Montgomery and Cody Darcy, with the Applesox trailing 4-1. Pippins added another run on a balk in the bottom of the 6th. After 1 run came across for Wenatchee in the top half. There's a changeup. Good pitch from Ty Pullman on the upper outside corner, and the count's 0-2. Get a look at our This Date in Baseball history fact right after this at-bat. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First strikeout for Ty Pullman. Got him with a high fastball. 1 away in the top of the 7th. Pippins lead it 4-1, 1 on, nobody out, or excuse me, nobody on, 1 out, and Hunter Montgomery coming to the plate. This date in baseball history, this date in 1966. Here's the pitch. Montgomery takes a fastball on the outside edge for strike 1. The New York Mets select California high school catcher Steve Chilcott with the #1 overall pick. They passed on a man at number 2, taken by the Kansas City Athletics, Reggie Jackson, the 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 on a fastball. Chilcott got hurt a lot, never really hit, and became the first #1 overall pick to never make the major leagues. While Reggie Jackson won an MVP, 5 World Series, made the Hall of Fame, and earned the nickname Mr. October. Here's the 0-2. There's a high pop-up. On the infield, in foul ground, Lutz tosses off the mask and makes the catch! A snow cone grab near the dugout on the first base side of the Applesox, 2 away. What a play, Justin Lutz. Tougher than it looked, 2 down. Yeah, I think the Mets would like to have that one back. Two away, bases empty for Cody Darcy. God, imagine Reggie Jackson on the 1969 Mets. Pitch. Slider down low, 1-0. That would have been something. Really would have been something. Fastball below the knees, 2-0. Bases empty, 2 outs. Pippins leading 4-1, top 7. Appreciate you all tuning in. Stick around for the Treetop post-game show following. We'll wrap up the league scoreboard, the MLB scoreboard, and look ahead to tomorrow. Pitch. Fastball inside. Did it hit him? No, it did not, but it hit our umpire behind the plate. And he's shaken up a little bit. Alex Salterio. Walk around a few times, shake this one off. Canadian, so he's got some toughness in him, no doubt about it. From Ontario, was chatting a little bit with the umpires before the game. Good guys. You know, given the lack of availability and publicity that umpires and referees really get to talk to people, sometimes we forget they're just regular old dudes, and having a short chat with these guys before the game, they're real good, nice people. They just get crucified more than basically anyone else in American society. Marcus Mckenzie now having a word with the home plate umpire. About what, I'm not really sure. Bases empty, 2 outs. Pippins lead by 3 runs in the top of the 7th, 4-1. And man, Coach Mckenzie is all up in his face right now. He doesn't seem to be super aggressive or anything like that, but he is being quite frank. It's a 3-0 count on Darcy, who has struck out twice, once swinging and once looking. Gives us a good time to take another look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Bellingham 8, Port Angeles 6 in the bottom of the 7th. Corvallis and Victoria scoreless, bottom 3rd. Ridgefield 7, Kelowna 1, top of the 7th. Walla Walla 1, Bend 0, bottom of the 6th. Cowlitz 3, Portland nothing in the bottom of the 6th. 3-0 count. Pullman trying to avoid the first walk of the day by Pippins pitching, and he does so with a strike on the outside corner. The count is 3-1. Zachary Frazier of Pacific Baseball Ventures will join me in the bottom of the 7th inning here on the broadcast, so be sure to stick around and stay tuned. 3-1. There's a ball. Just missed down and in, and a 2-out walk for the Applesox. Pippins still leading, 4-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. And Brett Gillis, who tripled and scored in his last trip against Pullman, digs in from the right side. Also a pitcher. Fastball high and away, 1-0. Pippins have a right-hander warming in the bullpen, but he has a sweatshirt on. Can't get you a ID on the right-hander. Delivery from Pullman. Downstairs with a fastball, 2-0. And the big question with Ty is just throwing strikes consistently. He did have 14 walks, 7 strikeouts for UNLV in the spring, and this will prompt a mound visit from pitching coach Rob Hippie. Again, this will provide some time to the righty in the bullpen, but also help calm the nerves a little bit of Ty Pullman, who has missed with 6 of his last 7 offerings after 2 outs to start these. 2 outs to start this 7th. Cipriano holds the runner at first. Pippins lead 4-1, top 7. Lutz gets back behind the crouch. Back into the crouch behind the plate. Beg your pardon. Pullman ready for the 2-0. He fires. Gillis swings and misses on a high fastball, 2-1. Excellent pitch from Ty Pullman to a guy that took him deep off the wall his last time up. Has also struck out swinging. Pullman with a 2-1 delivery. Fastball down low, 3-1. And have to figure with the right-hander into the bullpen that Pullman's time might be limited if he can't get this next batter. Right-hander Aiden Adams in the bullpen for the Pippins, 3-1. Popped up. high into the night sky. This one's going to land in the seats. Adams, who just joined the team today out of Everett Community College. Now 3-2, 2 outs. Pippins leading 4-1, top 7. Runner off of first. And Cody Darcy will be off with the pitch here. (3-2). Fouled back to the screen, and it stays 3-2. We'll have another payoff offering. Tyler Detloff will follow if the inning were to continue. Seems like Pullman will still go with the fastball here. The breaking ball hasn't been one of his better offerings tonight. Righty with another 3-2. There's a fastball hit back to the screen. Excuse me, back over the screen. We will have an 8th pitch to this at-bat, and with Pullman getting up near that 40 pitch mark, this is almost assuredly his last batter, with Aiden Adams ready to make his first appearance of the season for the Pippins. Just got with the team today. Runner takes off, another payoff. Cold strike 3 on the outside corner. Got him looking, and Ty Pullman gets out of a jam in the top of the 7th. We stretch here in Yakima. 4-1, Pippins lead on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Talk into this, let me know. Can you hear me good?
After all the hassles and spendings along
Not
the
really,
way,
so I'm going to alter that.
Really save when you fly
Let's see.
YKM.
Talk
you
again?
Save on gas, money, sleep,
No.
parking fees,
And I would like to figure out
stress,
why.
And most of all, the one thing you can't get back: your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you?
Talk again?
Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com.
So
where
I'm
you
trying
can
to figure
connect
this
to
out.
over 85 cities.
Talk again?
Book your flight
Hello.
today.
There
we go. Now we're hot.
Yep, I had the mute button on, that's why. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning here in Yakima. Pippins holding on to a 4-1 lead over the Wenatchee Applesox, and it'll be the middle of the order. Henry Gargis, Scott Youngbrant, and Owen Cobb to bat against Wenatchee right-hander Owen Leonard. And I am pleased to be joined in the booth now by the president and COO of Pacific Baseball Ventures, Mr. Zachary Frazier. You must have that route from Walla Walla to... You must be able to do it with your eyes closed by now.
Not legally, but yes, I can. What's been great is I measure over the last 6 years. I measure my travel by the height of the hop vines.
Okay.
Right? And so as we head into the fall, we've harvested, and so there's nothing on the ground, and then you go to the cold of winter, and then as you head into the early part of spring, right around the time you start getting excited about baseball, you start seeing that green creep up the line. And right about the time that we're ready to play is when things are just bright and green, and it's a beautiful valley and a beautiful way to drive in eastern Washington.
Well, and you talk about it, year number 6 for you being a part of this. Opening day never gets old, does it?
No. Well, and it's year 10 with our Pacific Baseball Ventures, with Walla Walla, and year 6 in Yakima. Jeff and I were just talking about this, and I went through it twice this week. You wake up at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning, not because there's anything wrong, but just because you're so amped up to get to the ballpark and get going. So.
And so far, I mean, the fan support, for me not being in Yakima long, just being new, it seems like the community is just really getting behind. Been here long enough, and people are really coming out and supporting it. It's good to see.
Yeah, it's 58, 59 degrees at first pitch with a 20-mile-an-hour wind, stiff wind, and I think
threat of rain.
Yeah, I think when we opened, there was a dark gray cloud hanging over the stadium, and we saw a line of 200 or 300 people waiting to get in, and there's a good 1,700 or 1,800 people here tonight, which with graduation happening half a mile, or not even half a mile, 500 yards away. So I've grown to love and have fell in love with the Yakima Valley and the communities here, and probably some of the best people in the country live right here in our community.
2-0 count on Henry Gargas, the Yakima native who hits from the left side. Pippins ahead 4-1 in the 7th. So how did you get started with Pacific Baseball Ventures and getting working in owning baseball teams?
So let me be very clear that my love of ownership is of the sweat equity variety, right? I have great partners that have allowed me to do that. I started in baseball as a broadcaster. I was a play-by-play broadcaster for the Provo Angels of the Pioneer League.
Oh, yeah.
Following the 2004 season, the team was sold to a new ownership group, and they were in the process of moving the team 6 miles up the freeway to Orem, Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in to interview with this new ownership group, and thought that I was stepping in to start trying to sell myself on why I should be the broadcaster. And halfway through the interview, the gentleman that was the majority owner said, "We've already hired somebody as the broadcaster." So I was very crestfallen. And he said, "We're going to hire you as the general manager instead."
Oh.
And I was like, "Well, okay." And my first question, to this day, I was such an idiot. My first question was, "Well, how much does it pay?" Right? Because back then minor league broadcasters were making about $200 a month. So
I don't think it's much better now. I don't think it's much better now.
Not. So, but at least I think we give a better per diem here than I was earning back then. But, So anyway, so that's how I got started in baseball management. And around 2009, we were living in Seattle, and I was working as a senior director with the Seattle Storm of the WNBA, and had a mutual friend that knew a person that knew a person that knew people.
That's how it works in this business.
Okay. Knew Greg Shaw and John Stanton, and had asked if I would be interested in meeting with them, and didn't know who either one of these folks were.
Mm-hmm.
My wife did, because she had worked in the wireless industry for 20 years and had been with Western Wireless and VoiceStream and T-Mobile. And so we were sitting at home one night, and she said, John Stanton, you better go take this meeting." And so we went and had burgers at Blue Moon Burgers on South Lake Union in Seattle. And a month and a half later, we moved to Walla Walla to start Pacific Baseball Ventures in the Walla Walla Suites. And that was 10 years ago now. This August will be 10 years. And in 2013, the Yakima Bears had just left this market, and our partners had asked if I'd be interested, if we as a group would be interested in getting another team going. And I started to learn how to drive the route. And that was, like I said, 6 years ago, and it's been a wonderful 6 years. So.
Bases empty, 2 outs. Owen Cobb hits from the right side, working on a 3-for-3 day. Pippins leading 4-1 in the 7th. And the 1-0 pitch is fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Does this make you miss being in the booth and calling games at all?
Yes. I enjoy that. I enjoy talking. And so it was, it wasn't what I don't miss, and one of the reasons why I was grateful to get out of it. When I was broadcasting, I had a young son, and Pioneer League is very much like the West Coast League, so you're 8-hour bus rides and staying in places like Casper, Wyoming.
Been there.
And I missed being with my family, and so I'm grateful that you're doing it now, not me. So.
You got time to hang around one more half inning?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, 1, 2, 3. The Pippins go down in the bottom of the 7th. We'll go to the 8th with the Pippins leading 4-1 here on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or two. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
What does traveling really cost you? After all the hassles and spendings along the way, how much do you really save? When you fly YKM, you can save on gas, money, sleep, parking fees, stress, and most of all, the one thing you can't get back, your time. Those savings really add up. What's that worth to you? Fly faster. Fly YKM. Visit flyykm.com, where you can connect to over 85 cities. Book your flight today.
But I'm in Iowa, where I go to school basically year-round now, except for when I'm out here working. So it's good. I was in Massachusetts before that. Now I'm here, so I've been all over. I've exposed myself. I've lived in every time zone. So before turning 21, so that's fantastic. Cool. Yeah. So this has been awesome so far. Although I have to figure out how to stop getting stopped by commercial breaks.
Stop by or book an appointment today at LesSchwab.com.
They're running fast.
Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
First pitch of the top of the 8th inning from Ty Pullman to Tyler Detloff is fouled back to the screen. It is 4-1. The Pippins are leading in the top of the 8th, and I'm still joined in the booth by President and COO of Pacific Baseball Ventures, Zachary Frazier. And year 10 for the Sweets, year 6 for the Pippins. What is there to do differently this year that fans should be excited about?
Well, I just said donuts, fresh-made donuts.
You know, I saw that stand, and I was like, I got to get to that sometime.
Holy smokes! That, and we had kettle corn. Like, we have some really good food options here.
Yeah.
So I give Jeff and Andy some great credit on those additions. I think we have some great promotion. I think we have 5 fireworks shows this year.
That's a lot.
And we have some opportunities for one of the partnerships that I really enjoy is Les Schwab. We have tickets for kids. And so we have every night we have various nonprofit groups with kids who probably wouldn't have the opportunity to get to the ball game on their own that are here courtesy of Les Schwab and other businesses in the community. And so we're grateful for relationships like that allow us to kind of expand broader and wider into the valley. So
fly out to Christian Padilla in right field, 1 away, and it'll bring up Ryan Altenberger. 4-1 Pippins lead, top of the 8th, and obviously the play on the field is secondary for what you guys do, but it's got to be fun looking up and seeing Walla Walla 3-0 and the Pippins top of the standings as well.
Absolutely. I mean, this is slightly different than minor league baseball because the winning does kind of matter. I mean, we build our own rosters. We manage our own personnel, and we live in towns that take a lot of pride in winning divisions and going to the playoffs. And Yakima's had great success there. Walla Walla did early. We've struggled the last couple of years, but I think that I told Jeff and JC Biaggi that they've got bonuses coming if both teams win the first halves, because then I can just enjoy the last series of the year and not worry about whether one team needs to clinch over the other. So
yeah, the Pippins do not head to Walla Walla this year. They'll play the very last series of the season. 1-1 with the bases empty, 1 out, and Ryan Altenberger, who's 0 for 3 at the plate, facing UNLV right-hander Ty Pullman. He sets, and his 1-1 delivery is flied out to right field. Padilla back into his left, long run towards the corner, and he reaches up and makes the grab just shy of the warning track. 2 away. So what particularly for you does a day-to-day basis look like?
So today, I started the day by helping our media team in Walla Walla get caught up on the various. I mean, you guys do a ton of work, and that's what I've tried to explain to folks is, between managing headshots and Facebook and Twitter posts and updated game notes and website management and broadcasts. So I was helping our media team there. I was helping our general manager work with a vendor as we get a big new sign installed at Borleski. I ran host family tickets out to a new host family in the Walla Walla market. I picked up some product for Yakima to bring to the ballpark tonight for opening night. And then what else did I do? Oh, I helped start. We've started the process of our business plans for next year, right? So started building packages and things like that for sponsorships and advertisers. I did manage to sneak in a quick lunch with my wife, which was rare. Wow, that's a great catch.
Good catch in center field, sliding by Luke Schwartz, and I'm sure you got to sit down and enjoy a nice cold beer at the baseball game afterwards, right?
Yeah, I'm more of a water lemonade guy, but a cold beverage would be great. And those donuts were remarkable.
Absolutely.
So.
Well, a big thanks to Mr. Zachary Frazier for joining us here on the broadcast. Pippins leading 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th here in Yakima on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Yakima on South 1st Street proudly supports Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball. Make sure you stop by and grab a cup or cone of your favorite Baskin-Robbins flavor at the South 1st location. And then, next time you're at Yakima County Stadium, try out their awesome baseball medley. Baskin-Robbins ice cream and Pippins Baseball will make your summer memorable.
1-0 pitch here to 0-1 pitch to Justin Lutz, a breaking ball backdoor for a strike, and the count is 0-2 to the left-handed batter. Pippins leading 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Big thanks to President and COO of Pacific Baseball Ventures, Zachary Frazier, for joining me on the broadcast the last 2 half innings. There's a check swing, appeal down to first, and he did not go. The count is 1-2. Zachary barely seems like he gets any time to sleep. But he does a great job, and so many good things happening here in the Valley and in Walla Walla, where unfortunately we will not go this summer. There's a bouncing ground ball, right side. Nice backhand play by Inskeep, and he throws on to first where the pitcher, Leonard, covering, tags the bag for the out, and it's a 3-1 putout to start the 8th inning, which is brought to you by Shirtworks in Ellensburg, the official provider of apparel for the Yakima Valley Pippins. From practice gear to everyday athletic apparel and silk screening to embroidery, Shirtworks is the go-to vendor for all your sports apparel needs. Give Shirtworks a call at 509-925-3469 or visit them at 100 West University Way in Ellensburg. Pitch to Luke Schwartz down low for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes. Pippins ahead 4-1 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And Schwartz working on an 0-for-3 day, looking for his first Pippins hit after making a nice sliding catch to end the top of the 8th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike from Owen Leonard. Pitched at Washington State in the spring, as I mentioned earlier, his 3rd school in 3 years. After stints at Everett Community College and Pacific University in Oregon. That one comes inside and hits Schwartz on the elbow. So it's not a hit, but he reaches base for the first time in a Pippins uniform and a 1-out base runner for Yakima Valley. Tanner Parker hits here from the left side, 0-for-3 today. Pippins currently leading 4-1 in the 8th. And the third baseman, Brett Gillis, will come in a few steps here for Walla Walla. For Wenatchee. Talk so much about Walla Walla, you start thinking that they're playing them. Line shot right toward short, dropped by Cody Darcy, but he'll have an easy out as they toss to second where Altenberger was stepped on the bag. Because it was hit so hard, Schwartz didn't even start to run, so that'll be the most unusual 6-4 putout you'll ever see. And there's 2 away for the top of the order in Christian Padilla. That was such a hot shot that Darcy couldn't make the play off out of the air. So instead, he had to make it after dropping the ball, of course. Here's the pitch to Padilla. Breaking ball for a strike on the inside corner. And it's 0-1. Looks like Aiden Adams will come on to try and pick up the save in his Pippins debut in the 9th. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Pippins leading 4-1. Here is the 0-1 pitch. Fly down the right field line, 0-2. Elsewhere, it looks like a barn burner in Port Angeles. 11-10, Bellingham leading in the bottom of the 8th. Corvallis victorious, scoreless in the 5th. Ridgefield 7, Kelowna 1, bottom 8th in Kelowna. Walla Walla beating Bend 1-0 at Borleski Stadium, and Cowlitz on top of Portland 3-2 in the 7th inning in Longview. Pitch. Slider taken outside, 1-2. Pippins leading 4-1. Tomorrow, back at it, 6:35. A little bit earlier start time. And hopefully a little bit warmer weather. Pippins projected to have Cameron Liss pitch. There's another slider down and away, and it skips away from Montgomery. And Parker scurries up to second with 2 away. Trent Sellers expected to pitch for the Applesox. Wild pitch gets Parker to second. If he scores, no longer would be a save situation for Adams, the right-hander. Pippins lead 4-1, bottom of the 8th. Right-hander set. Turns and looks to second, and fires. Cold strike, 3 at the knees, and the inning comes to a close. But we head to the 9th. Pippins leading 4-1, trying to close out their 3rd win of the season here on the Nathan's famous broadcast network.
Les Schwab is proud to introduce 2 of our best tires ever just in time for summer road trip season. There's our exclusive open range AT that we believe is our quietest, smoothest, and best all-season traction tire ever. Or the Reputation, our exclusive high-mileage premium passenger tire. Get even more road trip ready with our free pre-trip safety check. Stop by or book an appointment today at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
There, but you wouldn't have to go all the way around.
Top-notch supplies for more than 70 years in the Yakima Valley.
Okay.
Your hometown Ace Hardware stores in Yakima and Natchez provide attentive customer service and the best brands for all your home improvement project needs. Where's Ace Hardware in downtown Yakima? Hometown Ace Hardware in Tieton Village in Yakima, and Oak Creek Hardware in Natchez also has fishing, hunting, landscaping, and cleaning equipment. Ace Hardware, hardware supplies and competitive prices.
Ty Pullman still out there to close it out, pitching in his 4th full inning of relief, and he will get the middle of the Applesox order, with the Pippins leading 4-1 here in the 9th, starting with the 3-hole man, Cole Mckenzie, who takes a fastball up high, 1-0. Pullman with that 50th offering right there. Out of the bullpen, he's provided 3 innings of 1-run ball out of the bullpen. Pitch. That one's popped up softly and foul back out of play, 0-1, or 1-1. Mckenzie 1 for 3 today. Zach Inskeep and Blake Klassen to follow in this 9th. Pippins trying to close out a win. Right-hander shakes off a couple of signs, now comes set. And delivers the 1-1. Down and in, 2-1 with a breaking ball. Aiden Adams had been up in the bullpen for a while, but it looks like he may not get a chance to pitch today with Pullman trying to close out this victory. Right-hander's done a real nice job. 2-1. Mckenzie takes down and in 2-2, or 3-1. Pippins looking to improve to 3-1. Just over 2 hours into this one, 4-1 Yakima Valley. Pitch, fastball up high and a leadoff walk in the top of the ninth from Ty Pullman. And Aiden Adams will get back into his throwing routine in the bullpen. And have to imagine this may be Pullman's last batter if he can't record an out of Zach Inskeep, the right-handed hitting first baseman, who is 0 for 3 or 0 for 2 today, flied out to right his first time against Pullman. Slight lead at first for Mckenzie. Pippins leading by 3. Pitch. Way outside with a fastball, 1-0. Second walk from Pullman there. And Rob Hippie out to the mound to talk with a right-hander. A meeting that the last time this happened, it ended up being a huge boon for Pullman, who fought back and retired. It was at that point Inskeep, too, on a fly out to right field. But this is more than likely to give Aiden Adams a chance to continue pitching out of the bullpen. The right-hander out of Everett Community College, where he is used to pitching in situations like this. Pullman back atop the mound. Runner at first, nobody out. Pippins lead 4-1 in the ninth. But the Applesox threatening. Right-hander sets. Fires. Fly ball high into the night sky on the infield. Second baseman Parker backing up onto the outfield grass. He reaches up and makes the over-the-cap grab. And the pitching mound visit works. One away. Now it'll bring up Blake Klassen, who's 0 for 3, a left-handed batter. Pippins lead 4-1, top 9. Middle infield double play depth. Ground ball could end this game as Aiden Adams continues to warm in the bullpen. Pullman with the belt tie set and the pitch. That one's in the dirt, and it gets away from Lutz, which allows Mckenzie to take second. And now a ground ball is not going to end the game as a wild pitch makes the count 1-0. And now Rob Hippie out to the mound to talk with Ty Pullman. And with this being the second mound visit, they are going to have to relieve him. And Aiden Adams is going to make his Pippins debut, trying to close out this game. In the ninth, we'll take a break. Pippins leading 4-1. Pitching change on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Prosser Memorial Health's Grandview Clinic is now open and accepting new patients. Services include family medicine, women's health, mental health, and after-hours care. The Grandview Clinic is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 7 days a week to best serve you and your loved ones. Walk-ins are welcome, and se habla español. This is how we care.
What does traveling...
Baseball, apple pie, and, oh, that's right, hot dogs. One of the staples of a visit to a baseball game. And no trip to the Orchard is complete without sinking your teeth into a delicious Nathan's hot dog. So next time you're at the Orchard, make sure your first stop is at the concession stand and ask for the hot dog Pippins fans young and old crave to maximize their game day experience. Nathan's Famous Hot Dogs, served at concession stands throughout the Orchard.
Tailgaters Bar and Grill in Sela offers an upscale dining experience in a relaxed atmosphere in downtown Sela. With savory entrees and specialty drinks, Tailgaters provides something for customers of all ages. Cheer on your favorite team in the restaurant while experiencing 1950s charm with a modern twist. Visit Tailgaters Bar and Grill today, located at 110 East 3rd Avenue at Viking Village in Sela. Tailgaters Bar and Grill.
Aiden Adams looking for the save. He enters here in the ninth with the Pippins leading 4-1. making his first appearance of the season, just joined the team today. A 6'2", 190-pound right-hander, a native of Federal Way, Washington. Rising sophomore at Everett Community College, where he appeared in 15 games this spring, went 2-0 with a 3.16 earned run average. 35 strikeouts, 12 walks over 31 1/3 innings. And he did pick up 4 saves for Everett Community College, the native of the Seattle area. Left-handed batter Blake Klassen ahead in the count 1-0 after Ty Pullman is relieved after throwing 1 pitch in the dirt, which allowed Cole Mckenzie to get to second. Adams looks to second and delivers. And the pitch is in the dirt and skips away from Lutz, but he's able to keep this one within relative distance, so Mckenzie does not advance, and it's 2-0. Fastball, curveball, changeup for Aiden Adams, the right-hander, who peers in behind in the count 2-0. Ty Pullman, 3 1/3 innings. The book not closed. He's responsible for the run at second. He walked 2, struck out 2, allowed 1 run on 3 hits. Pitch. That one's hit towards shortstop, and it rolls right towards Cobb, who throws on to first for the out. 2 away. Nice play, Owen Cobb, and the Pippins are 1 out away from a opening night victory. And the right-handed batter Hunter Montgomery, who's 0 for 3, bats here against Aiden Adams, who's looking for the save. Joe Magrici would get the win if this holds. 5 innings of 1-run ball, and we'll talk to him on Pippins postgame. The set. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, 0-1. Montgomery, a right-handed batter. Pippins lead 4-1 in the 9th. Looking for their 3rd win of the season. Adams comes set, turns and looks to second. Fires the 0-1 pitch. Montgomery takes on the outside corner, strike 2, and the Pippins are a strike away. Aiden Adams out of the bullpen with a runner at scoring position, trying to close out a win. Here's the 0-2. Fly ball down the right field line, foul out of play. Pippins 4 runs on 9 hits, no errors. Applesox 1 run on 4 hits and no errors, and 1 error, excuse me. Here's the 0-2 from Adams. Fastball inside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missed with that pitch. Mckenzie at second, 2 down. Pippins lead 4-1, top 9. Looking to open up the weekend series with a W. Here's the 1-2. Slider just outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The curveball, excuse me. But it had some slide on it. Another 2-2. Adams looking for the strikeout. The pitch. Just outside, down and away, count is full. Fans unhappy with the call by the home plate umpire, Alex Salterio. Count is full with 2 outs. Mckenzie at second. Pippins lead by 3. Adams with the long black hair flowing out from the cap. Looks to second. 3-2 pitch. That one's hit high and deep down the left field line. A towering shot, but well foul. That one probably traveled 440 feet, but it was nowhere close to being fair. And Montgomery keeps himself alive here in the top of the 9th. Cold night in Yakima. The right-hander is ready. Another payoff. Hit off the hands and back to the screen. Oh boy, this is getting into a good at-bat. (3-2). That one's hit softly back out of play. An 8-pitch at-bat between Aiden Adams and Hunter Montgomery. The Pippins trying to close out a 4-1 win. Runner at second. Cole Mckenzie walked. Then a pop out from Zach Inskeep and a 6-3 ground out from Blake Klassen. Another payoff here to Hunter Montgomery. Adams delivers. Fly ball foul. Off to the right again. One heck of an at-bat to end this one. Montgomery waiting on the 10th pitch of this battle from Aiden Adams, the right-hander. Just got here this morning. Now pitching for the Pippins in a crucial spot. Payoff. Got him swinging, and the Pippins win. By a final score of 4-1, they take the home opener over the Wenatchee Applesox and improve to 3-1 on the season. Joe Mckenzie was fantastic. He picks up the win with 5 innings of 1 hit, scoreless baseball, and the Pippins improve to 3-1 on the year. We will take a quick break and be back with the Treetop postgame show after this on the Nathan's Famous Broadcast Network.
Our staff loves baseball, and we know how to match you with the perfect vehicle that fits your baseball lifestyle. We know that you'd rather be getting ready to head to the field or the big game, so we make sure you have the most efficient and stress-free experience as possible. So if you're a baseball fan in the market this month for a newer vehicle, go online or give us a call so that you can set up a time for you to experience our easy and upfront pricing and our hands-on trade-in process that will really ensure you have a great experience and get a great value while shopping with us. Harvest Auto, where we're happy to support you and the activities you love.
Sure, Drunk You is a pretty cool guy, but he's not exactly what you would call reliable. He's not a maker of great decisions, or, for that matter, even adequate decisions. The point is, you shouldn't trust the version of you that created the macaroni taco to create a plan to get you home safe. Make a plan before you party.
Equipment plus a totally friendly staff for just $10 a month with absolutely no judgment. We want you to be you for just $10 a month. Come in for a free tour or join online at planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness. Annual member.
The smell of fresh-cut barley. The sound of boots in a barn. The sight of the sun rising over the fields. Budweiser farmers don't just grow barley, they live it. That's because there's nothing simple about growing barley. It's early mornings every morning. It's a steady hand guiding a combine through the field. It's a loyalty to the land, and it's a respect for those who did it before you did.
Where the heck did it say?
Barley is the soul of our lager. That's why we've been working with the same family-owned American farms for more than 50 years to harvest it. The secrets to growing this grain perfectly have been passed down through 3 generations. For them, it's a legacy. It's something to be proud of, and it's why only the best barley and locally sourced ingredients are used to make Budweiser. Budweiser is proudly raised across America. This Bud's from our barley farmers. This Bud's for you. Enjoy responsibly. Budweiser Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Puget Sound native Mike Runyon can fit more in a day than most, which is good, because in addition to being a craft beer pioneer and working parent, he grows his own food, rides BMX, and has even been known to try a chainsaw carving or 2. Mike's defined by his differences. At Heritage Bank, we think differences can build a better bank, too. That together, we're more than a community bank, but rather a community of banks, which means more ideas for his business and yours.
Fireworks show about to get underway here at County Stadium in Yakima. The Pippins win 4-1, a final over the Wenatchee Applesox here on opening night, and what a win it was. The Pippins were dominating on the mound. This pitching staff has just been something else in the early goings of the 2019 summer. 4-1 the final score, and it all started with Joe Mckenzie on the mound. Got the win, 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 7 strikeouts. We'll talk to him afterwards on Pippins postgame. By the way, the postgame show presented by Treetop. Since 1946, the Treetop name has been associated with premium apple juice, and the company has been a stickler for quality and flavor ever since. A proud supporter of Pippins Baseball, Treetop products are served throughout the orchard. Ty Pullman came on in relief, 3 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Aiden Adams got the save, pitched the final 2 outs of the 9th, and struck out 1. Gavin Gurrell takes the loss for the Wenatchee Applesox. 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 4 Ks. He wasn't bad. Owen Leonard out of the bullpen, 3 innings of 1-run ball with 4 strikeouts. The game took 2 hours and 27 minutes and was played in front of 1,710 fans on opening night. The Pippins win by a final score of 4-1. Christian Padilla, Zach Liu, Daniel Cipriano, Owen Cobb, all with multi-hit games. Welcome to the squad. Padilla, he was quite good, as well as for Wenatchee, nobody with a multi-hit game. Johnny Sage, Cole Mckenzie, Brett Gillis, Tyler Detloff, all with hits. Gillis with a triple for the Applesox. Take a look at the scoreboard around the West Coast League. Most games still in progress, with us being the only final so far. Bellingham 11, Port Angeles 10 in Port Angeles in the bottom of the ninth. Victoria leading 1-0 over Corvallis in the 6th. Ridgefield 7, Kelowna 1, top of the 9th. Walla Walla 2, Bend 0 in the top of the 8th inning. And Cowlitz leads Portland 4-2 in the top of the 8th. In the MLB, a look around the scoreboard. The Mariners lead the Angels 6-2 in the 7th. Nationals and Padres tied at 3 in the 8th. Giants 2, Dodgers 1 in the 8th. Cardinals fall to the Cubs 3-1. Phillies beat the Reds 4-2. Arizona beats Toronto 8-2. Braves beat the Marlins 7-1. Rays beat the Red Sox 5-1. Twins topple the Tigers 6-3. Rockies beat the Mets 5-1. Indians topple the Yankees 5-2. Athletics take down the Rangers 5-3. Astros beat the Orioles 4-3 in 11 innings. The Brewers beat the Pirates 10-4, and the Royals defeated the White Sox by a final of 6-4. Pippins win here in Yakima by a final score of 4-1 over the Wenatchee Applesox. Great pitching performance on the mound all night long by Joey McGreasy, Ty Pullman, and Aiden Adams. And the Pippins will head into tomorrow's game looking to pick up their 2nd consecutive series win and move to 4-1 on the season. We'll be on the air tomorrow, 6:20, with the Pippins getting set to take on the Applesox. Probably going to be Cameron Liss for the Pippins against Trent Sellers of the Applesox. We will keep you updated as things change. A big thank you to everybody for tuning in tonight, wherever you may have been listening to. And we'll be back on the air tomorrow at 6:20. This has been Miles Klotz signing off after the Pippins win 4-1 over Wenatchee on opening night in Yakima. Everybody have a good rest of your Friday night.